Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And welcome. What is going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am that not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Starting it out with the Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
And the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba Cabra. Let's see how many else we got. Host with the Ghost. Those are the three that I can always remember. Mr. Steve Vasquez. What's up, baby? And the killing machine himself, that meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Mone.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
What's going on? How come it's not showing our names? What the fuck? I wanted to show our names.
I mean, if you don't know our names by now and you've watched the show, that's not our problem.
That's right. Well, you know, every once in a while, it's a new year, Bob. There might be some new people.
Oh, yes.
Just want to let them know, even though we just introduced ourselves. So that being said, yes, it is a new year, new Gore N More episodes, and we are fucking ready.
Yeah, buddy.
And with new Gore N More episodes, we're going to bring back some classics to revisit them shits. But before we get into that, which I know we are all fucking ready, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did in the last week. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could set me up here, please.
You know, I feel kind of nervous because the boss is in the chat, so I got to do
first
one of the year. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Very nice.
Very
How
good.
tight did you get it? Oh, my Lord.
That was a great fucking way to ring in the new year, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
balls.
I'm going to give you a break.
The boss gives you a thumbs up.
Hell yeah. I'm going to let you rest them sexy pipes. I'm going to hand this over to Chad Daddy. Chad Daddy, how the fuck you been, brother?
Not too bad, thank you. So I wasn't here last week because I don't know what the weather was like for everyone else, but the Friday before Christmas, it was so bad here that the real feel outside was 30 degrees below zero.
Yes.
So we had a power outage here for about 5.5 hours. And it turns out that the way they fixed it was basically just slapping a Band-Aid on it just to get everybody power so they could have heat because, you know, that's more
Makes
important.
sense. Yeah.
So the following Monday, they had to cut power again to fix it the proper way. So we didn't have power for a few hours. So I didn't get a chance to, you know.
Yes.
So I didn't get a chance to watch. So I didn't get a chance to watch End of Days. I did get the show notes done for you guys, but yeah, I didn't have time to watch it and review it. Oh, my pleasure. So aside from that, you know, we had Christmas here. I was unfortunately sick on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which kind of worked to our benefit because we couldn't even fucking go anywhere Saturday on Christmas Day anyway because we were just so snowed in. Like it wasn't like we didn't get like a lot of snow, but the constant wind blowing it just drifted the roads shut. And of course, Christmas Day,
Dude,
nobody's out
sometimes
plowing.
I would rather deal with 2 feet of snow than just fucking ball punching frigid wind.
Oh, dude, we
like-
get nothing. We get nothing but frigid wind here. We live in a freaking valley, so it's wind all the time. And unfortunately, the way the wind comes in, it comes in towards from the backside of the house. And when it was really cold, we actually had a little bit of a pipe freezing. Like, yes, I got mono from kissing Santa, but no, like the. But the washing machine and the dishwasher, we couldn't use those because those were froze up. But it took a couple days and they were thawed, so it's no big deal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we got that taken care of. Like I said, Christmas wasn't bad. I don't know what you guys got all for Christmas, but the wife got me she got me a Street Fighter 2 arcade, which is really awesome. And it's
nice.
It's the
new Wi-Fi one?
Legacy, maybe, I think. I haven't tried setting that up. It's
Legacy ones, I think they have like Wi-Fi connect and shit, bro.
It is the legacy
like
one.
7 games in it.
Oh no, it has like 12 games. It has like every variation. It has Street Fighter, every variation of Street Fighter 2 up to and including Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Then it also has Darkstalkers.
Oh fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck,
my son
I
kicked
will
my
throw
ass in
every
Darkstalkers.
Street Fighter game in the trash to play Darkstalkers, dude. I love that series. And
That was the main reason I wanted this one, and she picked the right one was because of Darkstalkers.
Does it got 1, 2, and 3 on there?
No, just the first one.
Fuck. Yeah, still good enough.
Yeah. And it has like ghouls and ghosts, stuff like that. So it's really fun.
Ooh,
and
nice.
yeah, that was fun to throw together. And then she got me, okay, so I opened up the one package, my one gift, and it was a pair of like silky Venom pajama pants. And I opened it up and I looked and I'm like, oh, these are really cool.
Like Marvel Venom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think I'm like, what else are we going?
well, she's like, well, hey, you dropped something when you open it. I looked and like there's a piece of paper. I'm like, oh, okay. And it said something like it's downstairs. It said something like if you like wearing these in public, you can wear them here. I'm like, the fuck is this? And I open it up and there's two tickets to a Penguins game, 2 rows back from the glass for March 6th.
Ooh.
Oh, man, that's so awesome. She's like, yeah. She's like, didn't you notice the connection? Like, what? She's like, a superhero night for the game. It's like a promotion. They have the
Oh shit.
on the tickets. It doesn't say that it's superhero night, so I wouldn't have guessed that.
Nice.
So,
really?
So yeah,
That's
she and
fucking dope,
my
dude.
mother-in-law came through with Penguins tickets for us. So we'll be doing that in March. It's a Thursday night game.
Nice.
Let's see what else. New Year's was pretty relaxed around here. Didn't do much. You know, just kind of we went bowling for a couple hours earlier. We had dinner or dinner and Christmas with my dad before that. So it was a pretty busy day. And when she came here, quiet, relaxed. And then, I watched this movie today, which was it's probably about the 4th time I've seen this. So this is a fun movie. And I think I've talked on and on too much. So Scuba Steve, what about you, brother?
Man, I did not do a damn thing this week. The vacation continues. It's now summertime again here in Texas. So all that cold that we got for like 3 days was completely gone. So now it's back up in like the high 70s. So there's that. My daughter's cat went missing. So she's like super, super depressed right now. We've had that cat for like 9 years. And what made it even more like devastating for my daughter was we got that cat from my dad's cat. So for her, that was like kind of like the last part of her grandpa that she still had around. So she's like completely devastated. She hasn't been home. She's been staying at her friend's house because she doesn't want to be here without her cat. I've looked everywhere for this motherfucker. And I swear to God, if this cat comes back in like a month pregnant, I'm going to be fucking livid. Like
I needed a place to go.
You know what?
My
That's
back
a good
door
lesson.
open.
Spay your cats.
Yeah. And I leave my back door open because I think that's where she got out through, is because I had the door open for the dogs so that they could go in and out, but she doesn't go outside. So I didn't think she was gonna fucking run outside. So I guess she fucking ran outside and decided to, go on an adventure. So I'm hoping that she comes home, put her litter box outside, did everything online that they said I should do to get her sent so that way she could come back, and still nothing. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully she comes back. But if not, then hey, nothing I can do. And she's like, well, I'll just get another cat if she doesn't come back. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely fucking not. We're not getting any more fucking animals. The animals we have are the animals we're gonna keep.
You got a child on the way.
Exactly. You have a baby brother or sister on the way. Ooh, I almost said sister. I'm team boy.
Bro, we all know. We all know.
No,
You even know.
I'm still hoping for you that it's a boy, but I still have the feeling.
I can hope all you fucking want, but dude, hope don't mean fucking shit when it.
Maybe he won't. He'll be an out. It won't be an out. It won't be an innie.
You know what it was, dude? We all said it. As soon as even Steve told us, we all somehow had a weird, like, at least Chad and I, it's like,
we're
girl. And he was even like, fuck, dude, I had the same feeling, man.
I do. But we find out actually tomorrow we go in for the 3D ultrasound, but
whatever dream said.
Girl.
There you go.
Girl.
She's had, majority of the dreams have been girl, but she did have one where it was a boy. So I don't know. But the boy one was very early on, like super early on. So I don't know. We'll see.
Listen,
find out tomorrow.
I would love little Steve Jr. fucking came popping out.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's fucking great. It'd be fucking great. But yeah, so we're not gonna have the gender reveal until January 22nd. So I have 3 weeks of just like eating at me. So I won't know exactly what we're gonna have yet.
Are you guys gonna do like some like over the top?
We're doing a Star Wars themed gender reveal, so everything's going to be Star Wars themed, and then the lightsabers that I have, you can change different colors. So her best friend Sonia and my son Damien are the only two that are going to know beforehand, because she's in charge of the gender reveal, and Damien's the only one that knows how to change the lightsabers other than me. So he'll know beforehand. So I have a feeling my son sucks at hiding shit, so I'll be able to tell on his face if he's excited or if he's pissed, because he said, I don't want another fucking sister, man. He's like, I'm tired of sisters. So I'll be able to tell by the look on his face. So we'll see.
All right, I'm going to just say this right now, homie. And if you weren't thinking about it, please use the idea. And if you didn't want to do it, I'm going to be mad. And you know I'm not even a Star Wars boy, but with your lady, she got some belly going right now?
She does.
If you do not paint her up as the Death Star, if you are doing a Star Wars themed thing, I would be very upset with you, homie. You are losing a missed opportunity right there.
I already thought about it. She's showing a little bit, but like it literally every day she's getting like bigger and bigger. Like
Death Star, bro.
She's got some big knockers, and so her belly's kind of catching up to the knockers. And I'm like, okay, I'm painting her. I already had the thought of painting her stomach like the Death Star. So we'll see what happens.
I'm glad that you had that thought though, dude.
I did.
Like,
I did.
As soon as you said Star Wars, I'm like, bro, Death Star, you got to have like, I don't even know.
But not the full Death Star. Not the full Death Star yet. It's going to be the incomplete Death Star.
Right.
And then later on, we'll do the full Death Star.
That means it's going to be a girl then. I'm telling you, you paint her, the Death Star, it's going to be a girl.
Why?
Why
would that make it a girl?
I know.
Because
I'm stretching to make that connection too.
Because it's just going to destroy him.
No.
So yeah, I didn't do anything for New Year's. I worked, rang the New Year in at the bar like I do every damn year, and that was it. And then just pop fireworks outside when I got home. I was a little tipsy, and so I'm sure I pissed my neighbors off, but it's whatever. We had fun.
That's all that matters.
That's it. Bobby, what about you?
Friday night, me and my girlfriend, we went with our one friend, had dinner out in Pennsylvania. We went to Shady Brook Farm for their light display. We went and drove around and did that Friday night. And then Saturday, New Year's Eve, I was actually in New York for the afternoon, having brunch, being bougie, for the day.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm so cool. And then I said, all right, we're getting the fuck out of New York now because I'm not staying here past 6 o'clock. Everybody can go fuck themselves. You can all piss your own pants at Times Square. Have a good night. So I left and we came back here and just chilled out, had some drinks and had food. And that was it for New Year's Eve. Didn't even watch the ball drop. I was like 11:30. We were laying in bed. I said,
Bobby was watching some balls drop.
Those two. But I looked at her and said, I'm not going downstairs to turn the TV on. Good night. We were like, no, we're not going to make it. So I didn't even watch. Next day we were at, will do. And then the Sunday was at my grandmother's for New Year's Day. And that was it. Watched this movie. And then I got a couple of things. I got to send out one of my Halloween Ends masks to our buddy Lance this week, so he can redo that for me and actually make it look pretty
Send
good.
him a little postcard that says, Scuba says, hurry up with the Jason mask.
I will.
At the corner.
How little of a wiener?
Just a little one.
Small. Just a small.
Okay, I was gonna draw the Jagunda and said Steve.
No detail, no nothing. Just basic cartoon.
Just a little wiener.
Yeah, no veins.
Cartoon wiener.
All right, so a stick wiener. You got it.
Stick wiener.
Stick wiener.
Oh, it's always
anyway,
a little kielbasa with a little. No. Anyways.
So that was my New Year's weekend, and that was it. John, you're next.
Oh man, let's see. So I didn't do too much because I don't give a flying fuck about New Year's and never have. Doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not the partier kind of dude, and even when I was younger, I still didn't give a flying fuck. So the only balls that were dropping that I was watching was I was playing Halo with my buddies that night, and it was like, oh, it's midnight. Happy New Year, everybody! Like, Happy New Year. He's over at base B. So that was how I spent it, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. So let's see. This week it was good and bad. I've been on vacation all week, which has been fucking fantastic. Today is my last day, which I'm very sad about. but I'm just enjoying it while I can, and then go back to the daily grind tomorrow. It's bittersweet. I need it, but I don't want it. But I did get to go roller skating for the first time in 25 years the other day.
Oh yeah, how
And
did
that
that
was
go?
fun as fuck, dude. Okay. They didn't have blades in my size because I wear a size 14. He's like, well, we got 13s or no, I don't even know if they had 13s.
Struggle.
They might have had 13s, I said, or you couldn't, but I was just like, oh, you know what, dude? I'm like, I haven't been on blades in like 25 years, and I haven't been on skates in probably 35. No, not even that, probably 30. Because it was definitely like single digits the last time I was on them fuckers. So they had my size or a 13, so I squeezed in that because they were a little bigger. Ooh. I am proud to say my 37-year-old ass did not fall one time.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a little weird. It was like riding a bike. It was just like riding a bike for a long time. Like, I'm not saying I got into the swing of it like some of these other homies did, dude. But let me just say, it is so fantastic feeling when you got a bunch of like middle-aged dudes with a little bit of a pop belly out there and all fucking just jamming around with their kids and all these dads. And I heard the same complaint, man, I'm used to blades. These skates are weird. And I'm like, bro, I fucking hear that, dude. Like, so we all know we're all the same age group, right, dude? Like, everybody's like, man, I haven't done this shit since I've been 16. What the fuck? And so there was like this one dude. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, you just gotta get back to the thing. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's been a minute. I'm like, I'll find it. So I see this dude kind of wobbling a little bit, right? And I thought maybe he was like same level as me, which once I got a couple loops, like I got a little speed, but I didn't get anywhere to like where I could like break again. Like I didn't get confident enough to like raise my foot back and you know what I mean? Like just not there yet. Well, this motherfucker takes like 2 laps. And then all of a sudden he's like, dude, he like flips it backwards and he's just like, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like this guy was just like walking with me, like just like, yeah, man, you gotta. And like but he was cool, man, because he came over and helped my kid. Like he was helping a bunch of kids. So like I don't know if he just like that was his shit back in the day. Oh, we lost Bob.
Well, we lost Bobby. What happened there?
He's coming back. He's coming back. Hold on.
Sorry, I hit the reload. I wanted to make sure.
You're fine. You're fine. So like, yeah, this dude was jamming out. And then like there was another dude, because like I'm sure you guys know in like that kind of scenario, I could talk to most dads because we all have one common denominator there, right, dude? Like, and it's easy. I could see a dad's kind of stressed with some kids, so I might just be like, yo, dude, like, whatever. But then I talked to a couple other guys and they were saying the blades thing. But all these motherfuckers, dude, were out there just jamming it up. They would hit like 2 laps. And then all of a sudden they hit it right back, dude, and they're like fucking crossing over their legs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Apparently I just always suck and just never thought
I could never really do shit like that. Even when
no, but that my goal that is a goal of this year, dude. Like I'm not doing the like 2023 like try to lose weight. Like, yeah, dude, obviously like try to blah blah blah. But no, dude, I want to hit the rink way more this year. Like, and that rink, it's not just a rink, dude. It's a skate park in the building too. It's fucking
shit,
cool as shit, bro. So it's in I thought it was an old abandoned school, which would have been my Tony Hawk fucking dream come true. I'm like, oh my God, dude, what? And it's close enough, dude, because I think it's an old factory, but it looks like an old school, dude. It's an old brickwork 2-story fucking thing. So anyways, you drive around the back, dude. You drive all the way down to the old shipping area, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you see the signs the whole way, Black Mamba skate park, this way. And you're like, what the fuck is this, dude? And you would never guess what you're about to like walk inside if you never saw pictures or anything. Dude, you walk in, ginormous fucking skate shop, dude. There's fucking billiard tables everywhere. Fucking couches just to chill. They're selling roller skates, blades, fucking dope ass fucking scooters, dude, and like obviously boards. And then they got like snacks and all this other fucking shit, dude. And then full on rentals. And you go in there, dude, and yeah, one side's fucking roller dome with like a little arcade of claw machines, which you always got to have. And then the other side was a fucking sweet little fucking skate park, dude. So even if you wanted to take a break, you're like, I'm gonna watch some kids fucking try to hit the vert ramp, dude. This is gonna be fun. And it was awesome, dude. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Oh my God. Chad, I see a question that I feel is more derived at you than anybody because I know how you felt about that.
Are we redoing the dentist? Hell no.
Oh. I've never seen it, so I don't
I did not enjoy it.
But I do remember Chad's take on when you guys did originally review that movie, and it was fucking hilarious. I'm pretty sure you guys shed on fucking what's his name pretty hard for that one.
Poor Wes.
Oh yeah.
It was the fact that he was trying to make the dentist out to be like fucking Patrick Bateman, and they're like, it's not even the same fucking ballpark as American Psycho.
That ballparks aren't even near each other.
Right? Not even the same city.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
not even the same county. I don't even know.
Like I said, never seen it, so I'll take your word for it. But I think I've seen Dr. Giggles, but that was
I've seen Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles is a fun movie.
Yeah,
I have never seen that, and I've always wanted to.
Ooh, I gotta say, Larry Drake he was such an underrated actor. Very much an underrated actor.
Yeah, he was.
So, anyways, yeah, dude, hit the roller rink. That was cool. Unfortunately, the family throughout the week, right after the fact, kind of got sick.
That's saying a lot, Brody.
Wow.
That's saying
a lot.
Brody said he'd nearly rather
wow.
watch Amityville 3. Oh God.
So wait, Brody, what movie would you not watch and want to watch Amityville 3D? Because now I gotta know. Like you said, that's
It might be
nearly,
that.
so what's the other?
It could
It
be
might
this.
be that.
Or it might be Stan Helsing.
Yeah, he did hate that one pretty bad. But no, man. So other than that, like, I was so mad, dude, because my family got sick, and as we were leaving, like the dude was asking how we liked it because we told him it was our first time, and I was like, "Oh man, I loved it, dude. I haven't done this shit in years. There's nothing really around my area." And he's like, "Oh, they were having a New Year's Eve party, bro. I would have totally went. It was from 9 till 2, and they were rocking a DJ, and it was 70s, 80s, and 90s theme." And I'm like, "Bro, that would have been fun as fuck, dude." But then we all got sick.
Well, shit.
But,
What could have been?
But it's all right, man, because you know what?
They probably had a disco ball and everything.
Oh yeah, dude. They said they were gonna go full out, which like yeah. So, but they've done a few other theme parties. So my one buddy who's gone before, and he told me about this place. He went and he said it was a jam. So I'm gonna definitely check that out. But no, I definitely got to do a fuck ton of gaming this week, dude. And as an adult who doesn't ever really get to do that, it was fantastic. Got to put in a lot of time on High on Life. Watched way too much of Tammy and the T-Rex, dude, that I'm more like to admit. I got 20 minutes into that, and I'm like, why the fuck am I not playing the game? I messaged my brother-in-law. He's like, oh, I watched the whole movie. I was like, no, dude. Like, I want to, but I
probably would have too.
The wife did the same thing. She's like, that movie's too good. She's like, it's just good enough to where I just was like, it was like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm literally just sitting here watching. I'm like, right. I'm like, I had a weird, surreal moment that I was sitting on my couch over here, looking at my TV, at a TV on my TV, watching TV on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this picture, dude? Like, what is going on right now? But it was working. And if you guys get the chance, I know Steve's played a little bit. If anybody gets the chance to check out the game, dude, definitely do it. It's a fucking blast.
Wait,
it's hilarious.
What's the name of the game?
High on Life.
High
It's
on
the new
Life.
it's the new quote unquote Rick and Morty game.
Okay.
I don't know if
what
my
it is.
computer could run it, but it's not on PlayStation, so
It's not on PlayStation?
it's a Microsoft game.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it is on Game Pass, but yeah, dude, it's fucking. My daughter's like, it doesn't look that violent. I'm like, well, it's violent, but it's not necessarily about the violence. It's more about what they're saying.
Yeah, it's very
And,
vulgar.
Oh my god, dude, the knifey is just
Oh,
he's
dude,
fucking
Knifey's
aggro,
brutal.
bro.
It's
Oh
fucking
my
brutal.
god. I love it. And I did get did you I don't know how far you got, but I got the shotgun.
I'm right there about to get him.
Dude, so Gus is this frog and he's awesome. And he shoots out like these blades, and he also has this like suction function that like will bring him right to you like a vacuum.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fucking it's ridiculous, dude. Go check it out if you guys can. But enough about me. I'm ready to talk about this burning sensation that I have. And no, we're not talking
it's
about
not the
gonorrhea.
gonorrhea.
It's not gonorrhea.
No,
Not
The
the
government
no.
didn't give it
Not
to you.
today.
No, the government? No. We're talking 1981's The Burning. And you know what? Seeing this is our first revisit episode, and Bob, Steve, and myself, we weren't even on this shit. I'm giving this right to Chad Daddy, because you know what? I'm pretty sure he did the plot rundown the first fucking time on this bitch.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because this was your pick to do the recap.
It was my pick, dude. But at the same time, I feel like I would like to hear you say this because it just, I don't know. It seems a little bittersweet to me. I don't know. Maybe you guys would disagree.
It's funny because I was originally coming into this thinking I don't really have to do much for the show notes. It's the format hasn't changed that much. And I started looking back. I'm like, oh fuck, this was episode 2. This was back when we were like literally just making like a retelling of the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, literally.
I'll give you guys credit. We're like, so episode 1, nothing like anything you guys have ever did, completely different. Like that was just it was almost like a one-off, like a trial.
Yes.
You guys tried something, didn't really feel it. I feel this. The reason I always want to do the burning, I never saw the movie. I always want to do it. You guys made it sound super fucking interesting, and I really did enjoy it. But I feel like that was the first episode where you guys started to find your
voice,
find your rhythm. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you could see the meld. You're like, all right, this is gonna work. Like so, but yeah, by all means, dude. I think it would be
all right.
very fitting.
So here we go. So we're talking about The Burning again. Second time for me, first time for you guys. Released May 18th, 1981. A group of summer camp pranksters get the scare of their lives when they target the camp's creepy caretaker, and he takes bloody revenge. After a cruel joke goes awry, severely burning him and subjecting him to 5 years of intensive, unsuccessful skin graft treatments, Cropsey is back at camp and ready to wreak havoc on those who scarred him. With his hedge clippers in hand, he terrorizes the camp and systematically mutilates each victim. Excuse me. Can a few courageous campers save themselves and destroy this demented madman before he kills them all? Dun dun dun.
Hell yeah.
Directed by Tom Maylam, who did Split Second and Phoenix Blue. Written by Bob Weinstein, playing for keeps. Peter Lawrence, who wrote episodes of Thundercats and Silverhawks based on an original idea. And produced by that scumbag cocksucker Harvey Weinstein.
I like that.
I had to add that in.
Who unfortunately has done some good work film-wise, aside from being a total piece of garbage human being, like Hardware and Phantoms, starring Bobby. Take it away.
Brian Matthews, Santa Barbara and Red Knights as Todd. Lee Ayres, Bloodsport, The Edge of the Night as Michelle. Brian Backer, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, The Money Pit as Alfred. Lou David, The Exterminator, The Last Dragon as Cropsey. Larry Joshua, Search for Tomorrow, Spider-Man as Glazer. George Costanza, otherwise known as Jason Alexander. Costanza, Pretty Woman and Jacob's Ladder. Like how it's those two fucking things.
We all know he's from Seinfeld.
You should have been like that one McDonald's commercial about.
No, you know what you could have put
I should have went really obscure.
Right. You could have put in Coneheads. He was in Coneheads for like 2 seconds. He was the neighbor.
Oh, he was.
He was. As Dave, Ned Eisenberg, Moving Violations, Air America as Eddie, Crackett Glenn. Really? Crackett? What am I saying? Carrot. I went with Crackett.
New Year, same Bobby.
Davey Crackett.
I'm calling him Crackett Glenn because I just like it.
It's a girl, by the way.
Whatever. Sorry, Crackett. Whatever. Crack your ass. Bill, Girls Night Out as Sally, and Fisher Stevens, Super Mario Brothers, My Science Project as Woodstock. Take it away, Steve.
All right, music by Rick Wakeman, The Phantom of the Opera, Crimes of Passion. Damn it, Bobby.
Passion.
Cinematography by Harvey Harrison, Still Smoking, Cheech and Chong's The Corsican Brothers. Edited by Jack Shalder, A Secret Space, director of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and The Hidden. Effects makeup by the man I worship, Tom Savini. Distributed by Filmways Pictures. Runtime of 91 minutes. MPAA rating R. Budget $1.5 million. Grossed $707,000. What the fuck? It grossed $700,000, almost $800,000, or no, $700,000.
It did make more than its budget back.
And I was about to say that because I did hear you say that in the other episode.
Yeah, it was huge in Japan. It was like their #1 movie that year.
Okay.
Not bad.
I can see that. Hell yeah. Well, thank you, gentlemen. All right. Let's discuss this piece, or rediscuss this piece, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least for the podcast wise. So this is my pick. I loved listening to this episode. The first episode, I started listening to Gore N More. That was gonna be a little bit of history, but I think it was like episode 9. I think you guys were already on. So I heard that one. It might have been the first one you brought Gallo in on, honestly, or something like that. And
Sounds
then
right.
yeah. So then like I was like, well, like with the like let's see where else this is going. So I listened to the first one and I liked the first one. But there's a lot of other shows that did this, and you guys clearly didn't like that, and that's cool because then you guys found a totally different format, which I obviously still love. And yeah, man, like you guys discussed this movie. I think that's when you brought Wes in, so you actually had the 3-man format, which is better for the banter for sure.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, it just helps keep it a little bit more fluid. And honestly, man, like you guys sold me the movie. Like I almost felt like I didn't have to watch it, and that's kind of probably the reason why I haven't watched it in so long. Because I was just like, well, damn. And like you said, your plot rundowns were a lot thicker back in the day because you tried to go a lot harder in like what the movie is instead of just like, yo, dude, it'll naturally just come out as we talk about it.
And like I said, that it really ruined our enjoyment of the movies themselves because instead of sitting there and just watching the movie, enjoying it, you're sitting there and writing. You watch the movie, pause, write down. Watch the movie, pause, write down. And an hour and a half movie takes 3 to 4 hours.
Fuck that, dude. Nope, that would ruin it for me. That would ruin
it
for me.
That's like half a day, right? That's almost half a day right there. Half a work day. Down in the throat.
Absolutely. George Costanza isn't Jacob Slater. You're right. But no, this movie was fantastic. It was, I mean, you could watch this in part 2, side by side. And there's so many scenes that are very similar. And then there's still things that are completely different. We get a lot of cool raft scenes in this, dude, that is very like,
oh, yes.
It's very this movie. And like I said to you gentlemen before, I feel like with this killer out of any killer that we've had, especially in the 80s slasher genre, he's one of the most sympathetics, I would say. Like he was literally mistreated completely wrong, like by some douchebag fucking kids. Granted, was it an accident? I don't know if I would call that an accident. I would say
birthday candles in a fucking severed head. It was a complete accident. I could understand if they went in there,
but they were in no rush to help him either because
they really weren't.
Right.
If you believe the story that they tell about Cropsy, he was a total piece of shit to people. But we don't know for sure if that's the truth because you know how it is with urban legend. Things get told and retold and things change. So was he really that bad? We don't know for sure.
Well, or you try to,
But, however, that guy Todd was actually there. He was one of those kids, the guy who was telling the story.
Yeah.
Right, but he could always make it seem so he was less of the bad guy and it was more just like, oh, well, he kind of always had it coming to him in the first place. Which... this wasn't a Freddy Krueger situation, although it totally could have been. Almost,
it was like a mix of Freddy and Jason together.
It was. It was a weird good mix.
And I think I said this in the first episode. And I'm going to say it again. Props to those kids for who the fuck dug up a severed head.
Yeah, where the fuck did they get that?
Where did you get the time to do that?
Yeah, because that's not a store prop. That's legit. There's worms and shit all over it. That means these motherfuckers were grave robbing before this scene,
exactly.
Dude.
So technically, if they were grave robbing and they did this to him, I don't know. Those kids are definitely going to have a little more behind their backs than Cropsy sounds like at this point because we didn't know what Cropsy did, but they went and dug up a severed head for this.
Now it's for me, and I don't know if you guys ever take this. Sometimes I do, but like I'll watch these movies, like I watch them for what they are, but at the same time, sometimes I take them in for like today's standard. And I'm sorry, but like the beginning, as cool as it was, I was also laughing my ass off because here's all these people who are just acting like a complete douchebag to a burn victim in the hospital, dude.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
So, this dude was a fucking he was an orderly. How are you gonna fucking scream like that because this man's
That's
reaching
what I'm
out
saying,
to you? He's not some fucking violent murderous person.
That's
He's
what I'm
this
saying,
burn
dude.
victim.
He's
And
not
he's like,
And
what
that's-
the fuck was that?
Maybe it was the burn arm that made him go, oh my
And they're
God.
like, hey, you're gonna be a doctor, right? Come look at this. What the fuck?
By the way, how bad was it that he was written to be the stereotypical black guy from the late 70s, early 80s? Like, wow, they could not do
Jack,
that now.
Right? But the fact, like, his scream was just I paused it, dude, because I was laughing so. And this is intro. We're not even in the credits yet, dude. And I'm just dying laughing at this because I'm just like, oh my God, this poor burn victim. And there's just these people are acting like he's like fucking some weird like chud coming out of the sewer or something.
And it makes you think. It makes you think though, because those kids didn't fucking help him. They saw him roll into the lake and they were like, hey, we're out. So he had to get his own help. So he was already in agonizing pain. You know what I mean? So unless somebody accidentally stumbled across him, but how long was he out there floating in the fucking lake before somebody fucking helped him? You know, so this man was already in all this fucking pain, and then you want to fucking treat him like a monster. Like, what the fuck?
Imagine rewriting this movie now, but as a horror comedy, but it literally is like, this dude is just a sympathetic dude who literally loves taking care of his hedges. And that's the only reason he returns to the camp is to take care of his hedges. But all the teens keep killing themselves accidentally in front of him, like fucking
like
the other way.
Evil?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
I also like the fact that he's a burn victim, but his room is like not set up for a burn victim either. Just to go the literal route for a little bit.
Fucking gnarly.
How long?
Hand.
So how long was he in the burn unit
6
for?
months,
At least. When we see him for
6 months.
If you're in a burn unit for 6 months and your arm still looks like that, what hospital are you?
I thought it was only a couple weeks.
No.
Well, if you listen, but it's just like voiceovers. They were like, there's like
no. Before that,
voices.
When he brought the doctor in to look at him.
Yes.
When he's like, I thought he was only a couple weeks.
Yeah,
that was only a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
So, but why wouldn't you be a little wrapped up? Because those still look so fresh. Just
dude, they looked fucking brutal. I mean, they did a great job with the effect.
Maybe
yes.
Now, if it was like the night he got there and he grabbed the orderly, and maybe like that dude was still like on fire himself, yeah, okay, I can understand the
it's still smoking.
Yeah, I can understand the scream then, like hot barbecue on the arm, like. But I don't know, dude. It was just like, wow, man, we are literally just labeling this poor bird victim right off the bat. Like, this guy is evil. Why? Because he got burned.
Because he's burned.
Fire
burned.
I love the way
I love how we've been talking for like 5 minutes about this one quick scene that was like 1 minute of the movie.
Well, because it's literally the intro to the whole movie. He's over like this guy got burned.
Yo, man, this guy looks like a burned up Big Mac.
I didn't mean to go this deep into it, but it was just like I said, like sometimes watching movies this old, you take it with a grain of salt, because if you took it in today's standards, you're like, well, this would never fucking happen, dude.
No,
like,
it wouldn't.
Some chick with fucking multicolored hair would come over and slap that fucking dude. You can't treat him like that. You know?
Or some nurse would have walked by and be like, why the fuck you going in there? You can't go in there, you idiot.
Right,
like,
dude.
Out of there.
I mean, they might be like talking some shit at the nurse table, like, yo, you see that fucker in there? Holy shit, he looks like, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say like, oh, man.
This is not my first one. I've actually discovered this movie quite a few years back. I was watching a documentary on Friday the 13th. No, Friday the 13th, and they mentioned the knockoffs. They mentioned like knockoffs that came after, and then it was like Cropsy, and then they said the movie, and I'm like,
that the one where Joe Bob is talking about it?
Yeah.
I know exactly which one. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, what the hell's The Burning? So I looked it up, and I'm like, I gotta find this movie. And I was like, the minute I got into the movie, 10 seconds in, I'm like, oh, someone was paying attention to Friday the 13th 10 months after it just came out.
But this honestly feels, I mean, not for nothing against like any of the Friday the 13th. I mean, I do love them all, yes, but
yeah. But
this feels more solid than some of the Friday the 13th to me personally.
Oh yeah,
like, some of the later ones. Oh yes,
and it's because of the kids. You feel like these are real people.
Yeah, dude, the acting was fantastic, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm gonna totally talk up Costanza because, like,
oh yeah,
I don't know how old he was in this, dude, but that dude had acting chops, like,
he was young as fuck, and I was like, wow, like.
But he was selling it.
He got hair.
It's so funny because that Tom Savini interview I watched today about this, he had nothing but praise for Jason Alexander. He's like, this guy, he's a complete comedian on the set, off the set. You know, cameras weren't rolling, cameras were rolling. He's like, he had us all laughing.
dude. Like, but you could tell, like, he just had that, and like
he has charisma. He has charisma even back
Yes.
he
then.
does, and I love his banter with all, like, okay, so like, yes, Glazer's the D-bag for sure,
Oh, yes.
but he's not so much of a D-bag that he's still not included in the group events. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's the D-bag of the group for sure,
But
but like,
yeah.
but yeah, like
He wasn't
you know,
excluded because of it.
no, but Alexander's still like pulling him in. You know, he's giving him shit, and I
Mhm.
like that, dude. Like, it's like it felt like a good group of. You're right, 100%, dude.
And literally every kid in that group it feels like a person you knew. There was a shy kid. You had the I say talkative one with Jason Alexander. You know, you had the tall, lanky kid. Like, that was a group of kids that everybody has experienced at least once in their lives.
The kid,
The
Literally.
pervy kid who's
the
Yeah,
fucking
kid
pervy
perving
kid.
on the
Fucking-
girls.
dude. And like, okay, you could totally not do that in fucking 2023. Like, that
Mm-mm.
dude would be canceled for
Oh, yeah.
fucking life
In 2
like,
seconds.
What the fuck, like, dude. And
I mean,
I
she
thought,
was
I
ready
thought
to
there was
do
gonna
that to
be.
him anyways. Honestly, like that
Mhm.
Well,
girl
yeah.
was, with obviously. Like, the
I
dude-
honestly thought that it was gonna be some like twist with him or something, because they kind of in some of the shots they kind of made it seem like he was
they showed
bigger
him a sweaty brow.
He was
Yeah.
definitely had red hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then when Cropsy took him, I was like, okay, well, why? Maybe he's related to Cropsy or something.
Ooh.
And because Cropsy didn't kill him right away like he did everybody else.
No, he set him up as prey.
Yeah, he was bait.
So,
Yeah.
But it
But
makes
I
me
liked
wonder-
how he set him up, dude, with like the arm.
oh
sling.
yeah,
that was
fucking-
kinda,
But
right?
now on that subject, real quick, like, what exactly was he setting up prey, just to kill everybody, or
no,
mean, he
I
could've
feel
done-
to get in. What's his name?
To get
I think
Todd.
he knew.
Todd,
He
yeah.
recognized Todd.
Oh yeah, duh.
yeah, because I didn't understand at first, like, what was the goal here? Like, these are completely different kids than what we saw. So I was confused. I was like, what? Why is he going in? It's a completely different camp. So why is he going and killing these kids? Because it was a completely
Yeah.
different camp, wasn't it?
Yeah, because his camp,
Yes.
that fire burned
was
down the whole camp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was
so I
Camp
didn't
Fla-
understand.
yeah.
I didn't understand the motivation behind it, because even the doctor says, you know, I know you're holding a grudge against these kids, but don't take it out on them. But he goes and he kills that hooker, street lady, whatever you want to call her,
Okay.
Lady of the Night.
at the beginning. But why? Like, what was? And you're
get
telling
him
me
s-
she never saw his
to
fucking
me-
face?
To me, it's to get himself ready to do it. That was
Okay.
just the first one to like stoke the fire. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
see if
prime
I
that
can
pump.
do this. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. We're just gonna get rid of this fucking like
And
floozy
I
that's
said
just
this.
nobody cares about.
That was a very realistic look
Dude!
stab.
That
Oh, dude,
shit
yeah.
was
Yeah.
money for the
That-
first
yeah.
kill of the for the first kill of the movie. Fantastic. Could have did probably without the weird like. I like the window break. I didn't need the fake lightning. Like, you could have just take that right out. It would
Yeah.
have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, that kind of made
And
it.
the-
And the blood was very like Italian
Ye-
horror.
Yeah, it
was
could have been
yeah,
a
it was
little
red.
darker.
It
Yeah.
was okay though. I didn't mind it. It was that 81 aesthetic a little bit. Like,
I just fucking love this movie. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, because I had never seen it. Like I said, I had never seen it before, and
it's a
this
solid
is-
camp movie.
And
Yeah,
this
this
is
is-
one
yeah,
of those movies I
definitely.
found by accident because the wife. I read. I think it was an article on AintItCoolNews.com that was listing all these great movies to watch, and I believe this was like the New Year's Eve, like the first New Year's Eve second New Year's Eve that me and the wife were together, and we were supposed to watch. We started watching this movie. I think it might have been The Sect or something, and we're just because it was on the recommendation on that list, and I'm like, this movie's really fucking boring. I said, but they recommend The Burning too, so we found that on Netflix, and we both really enjoyed it. So,
Hell yeah,
like this-
dude.
yeah.
good
No.
solid choice, man.
It was a solid film, man. Like, if you want to watch a bunch of kids at camp count, I can't even talk. Summer camp, Jesus fuck, get killed off. But you don't want it to be a hockey mask killer. This is a perfect one to throw in the mix. I would say, like, you could throw in Madman in there as well.
Yeah.
There are notes
Ah.
on Madman in this too, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll get into it, yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes,
I'm
because
gonna-
they
I
were
gotta- I
filming
gotta
at the
order
same time.
I'm gonna order that disc. I didn't order it yet.
Yeah, definitely. When Scream Factory announced that they were putting out The Burning on Blu-ray, like I instantly, one of those rare times when I actually pre-ordered it,
Nice, dude.
and it's really. I wish there was a lot more extras. There's some, and there's a couple cool interviews. There's like a really nice little it's like maybe 6 or 7 minutes long of just behind the scenes footage that Savini shot. Like
Oh,
it's
nice.
like
Oh,
camcorder
that's
footage.
always cool, man. when you
It's
get to
really
that
neat,
shit.
and the interview with him is really cool and really fun.
Solid.
I saw some of the extras. I didn't see them all because some of them ended up on YouTube. But one of the things that sold me on this movie before we move forward was when I searched the movie, the first thing I saw was Cropsy's face, and I'm like, now I got to watch this because his
Well,
face was so fucked up looking.
Well, see,
Yeah,
in that Savini book that I showed you guys, I've had that book for a long time, and I've never really like gone through it and read it all the way through. But I never even realized that Cropsy's fucking face was on it till I got in my car, and I was like, "Oh shit, Cropsy's on the fucking cover." And so I looked in it, and there's like a whole section of the burning and like pretty much every movie that he had worked on up until that point when the book came out.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I mean, all right. So, killer design alone, he looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
looks like I think most of the horror community is used to like burn victim Freddy style kind of thing. This is its own variation. I like it. He has some moments where he might seem kind of strong, but he never seems Jason strong
No.
or anything like ridiculous like that. I feel like this movie was definitely actually played pretty solid. Like it was played pretty like low to the ground. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing. Oh, there might have been a few.
I think the only
things,
instance
but-
where they showed him like Jason strong was when he lifted up Glazer when he stabbed Glazer.
right.
Glazer's feet were off the ground.
Yeah.
But other than that, the kills were all
But even
Like
still, like
normal kills.
let's just not for nothing. Maybe this is me looking way too deep, which I know Boss Man always yells at. Let's just say, let's go Dark Man strategy. All right. This motherfucker's been burned and all his shit's fucked up, dude. So what if he has like crazy fucking like aggro strength because of it? Because he doesn't feel any of his other fucking pain and shit.
Well, on a real life note, that would make sense because if the skin grafts didn't take, his nerve endings probably are just shot to begin with.
Right? They're like completely
So,
fried. So
yeah.
But what kind of screen grafts did they really have in 81?
Well, I mean,
Dark Man was what?
90.
No, that was 90, right?
Well, all right. Well, all right. Here's a real life
just did that
comparison.
too.
Just look at Kane Hodder. He had skin grafts, and his skin was still
Yeah.
normal. So, just
I'm
saying
not
in
gonna
general.
lie. I feel terrible when when the first time I heard that story about him, dude, I was just like, wow, that's terrible. But I also had a second opinion that I've said only to a few people because they're just like, well, that's wrong. And I'm like, just seemed more like he was doing things to impress a girl and he knew
That's
he
exactly
shouldn't
the
have
one I
been
got from that.
doing, and you knew exactly when you shouldn't have been doing that. But
that was the
trying to
impression that I
get
got from that story too. Yeah.
punani. And I was like, bro, you just tried way too hard. That's all it was, and you fucked yourself. Sucks, but yeah, you know.
Tragic, but yeah, that's basically what it was.
Right.
Fair
that's-
enough. Fair
yeah.
enough.
And
Put
we don't want
yourself
to
in
talk
that-
bad because we all love Kane Hodder.
No. And,
Oh, yeah.
and that's I felt bad for even thinking it, but at the same time, I'm like, well, if you just
We've
wrote
all done
this out,
stupid things for girls.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you just wrote this
Yes.
out on paper, dude, and I'm just reading this with no name attached, I'm gonna be like, bro, why would you have done that? You knew better. But anyways, let's go back to this. I mean, dude. Okay, so speaking of fantastic burn suit scene in the beginning, too. By the way,
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was fucking
yes.
awesome. I always appreciate that in a movie. Mwah. We didn't get all the kids get killed, man. I was expecting Alexander to
No.
get killed off, and he didn't. He made it. He survived,
You know, but even as the movie kept going,
which is
on,
okay, I guess.
I actually kept saying to myself, I'm like, he's not gonna die. He's a smart ass, but he's not gonna die.
I
Glazer lasted way longer than he should have, in my
Yes.
opinion.
He shouldn't have made it that far. But he got his 2-pump chump in, so hey.
yeah, I feel bad for that girl, man. She had her fucking just dream
and
shattered.
she was just ripping on him right after.
She should have fucking
She's
just
like,
got it with
"Is that
Jason
it?"
Alexander and been like, that was better.
I
Gla-
love
Glazer
I love
should have
after
primed
he's
the
done.
pump
He said
3 hours prior, dude. He was on good
he's
to go.
yeah, right. He said
Always
he's gonna
gotta
build
prime
her
the
a
pump.
fire. He
Yep.
said he's gonna build her a fire. She's like, well, you sure didn't do anything to warm me up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Waka waka.
which may I say, by the way, her shower scene was. as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're sitting there watching it, right? So we're sitting there watching it, and Mel and I are like, all right, this isn't a real horror movie unless there's titties. Are you gonna show titties? And she's like, where the fuck are the titties? I'm like, it's coming. It has to become. There's the titties. She's like, there's the titties.
They were nice too, nice and
Wait,
pretty.
why?
Very
It
nice
can
big
be a horror
nipples.
movie without titties.
Well, I know, but 80s horror, like that
No.
early 80s horror
No,
Part
movie.
6, baby.
I
The
expect
thing.
titties. I
The
expect titties in
but
my
the
slasher
thing-
films.
Where's titties in the thing?
The Thing.
There's no
That's
women
not
in
a
that
slasher
thing.
film.
In
But,
slasher
but
films?
still, Friday the 13th Part 6. He just said it.
Yeah.
Technically, part 3 didn't really have any either. I think you got some side boob. That's
There
about
was
it.
side boob, but there was no full on. But
Right.
yeah, part 6 had a sex scene, but
Technically,
no
Friday the
exposed.
13th Part 4 neither.
Oh no.
So,
No
so
shower
ahead.
scene, bro.
did we
There's
really
titties.
see?
What
full-
about the
did we-
twins in the
did we see
fucking?
did
You
we
got
see
the
full
twins.
on,
You
though?
got Judy
Did we see
Aronson.
full
Oh, the
on?
twins
Oh,
did,
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, the
duh,
twins in the
skinny-
fucking
Yeah,
lake.
you get a lot in 4. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of titties in there.
We got to rewatch 4. It's coming.
I
up
got to
soon, don't
rewatch 4. It's coming up. It's coming up.
worry. Yeah.
Brody said her titties look like those peach heart lollies. Now I want both. I said, "Ooh, look, puffy nipples." And
They were
no,
I
wonderful.
said the puffs too. Yeah.
and I
Puffy.
said, "I've
But-
never experienced those in the wild." She's
But-
all, "What?
You're like, nothing, dear. Nothing.
I've never
I said
seen them in
nothing.
real life, only on
All right,
TV."
so I do have to laugh though, is the part when they were playing softball in the beginning though, and Alexander and what's his name is stared at that girl's pancake of an ass, dude. And
That-
they're like,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's some
that's-
choice
oh,
meat right there. And I'm like, what?
That's
meat?
that '80s ass right there.
That's pancake. That's pancake and a half, dude. That's just like mom used to make right there.
That
Like, that's
bikini,
fucking-
that bikini bottom was fucking holding on for fucking like
There was nothing, dude. There was wind.
exactly. The wind was
minding
blowing
the
through that
gap,
son of a bitch.
bro.
It
Like,
was a sail. It was a fucking sail.
I mean,
Like
all
I
of
have more cake than that, bro. Like,
Yes.
come on.
It's so funny how standards have changed then, because back then that would have been considered beautiful. Now we're like, yeah, put a little meat on that.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, I
look-
still would have smashed. I'm not saying,
I don't know if I would have smashed her, but no.
See, I don't remember which girl that was.
Exactly.
That was the one that the one dude tried making out in the water, and she was like, no.
No.
Huh.
Oh,
Like, they were
but we
top-
did-
they were
oh,
skinny dipping, and
we got some full frontal on her, so that's not
we
bad.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, we
We
did.
got,
we
we
did.
got a bush.
Yeah, we got
And
Bush.
he was all pissed off,
Mhm.
slapping the water, left there with a hard on midstream.
Well, maybe he should.
I had
maybe he
flashbacks.
shouldn't
I
have
was
been a
like, well,
Weinstein.
Yeah, right.
No.
A little
Well,
touchy there.
Maybe she should have been clear on what she didn't want. I'm kidding, because she kind of didn't.
I mean,
she was and she wasn't with him. That's fair.
Listen, man, you and especially if you're taking that scene in today's standards, man. Like you're just like, oh, bro, there's like so many red flags right before that. I
Oh,
could've been like,
God.
no.
Yeah,
'cause
as a person who lives today, you watch that scene, you're just like this. I'm out 10 seconds into this already. Red flag.
Yeah, no. So no, man, this movie overall was completely solid. It had great kills. I loved the fucking raft murder scene. I don't know where the fuck he just predatored from to kill everybody, but it was awesome. And
Yeah, was he like laying down in the canoe? Was
I
he
think
I
so.
think he was.
oh, is that
like-
what he was? Like,
think he was
but
in
he
the
just
canoe.
like sprung up, like, which I don't know if anybody's tried to stand in a canoe, but
You're not standing up like that.
no. So
No.
like, this dude's got some fantastic balance on top of like death skills. Dude, the neck. That was
Yes.
that was a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
The close
dude had a long neck, but-
fingers.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those hurt.
That, and then what? I think we went right to like a forehead swipe after that, which is kind of like,
Yeah.
but okay, cool, I guess. No, this was just an all around fun movie, dude. And it went actually a little longer than I expected. I, for some reason, expected the ending to be closer to like when the kids get off the raft, and it like extended way more than I expected it to, like more chased out, I guess,
Yeah.
like they had that cool, like, what was that broken maze way? Like that was cool, like that like aerial shot where they're like running through there and shit. Whatever the fucking
I
that
did
like
like that,
fixture in the
yes.
woods. But so Chad, I mean, let me ask you, homie. This is your second time watching this for
Mhm.
the show. All around, still feel the same way that you did the first time? Like,
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely, absolutely. This is still
and
a
that wasn't
very
your
solid
first
slasher.
watch then either. correct?
No, it was not.
Right. Was that anybody's first watch for that? Is that a reason why you picked it for that episode, maybe? Or
I just picked it because that was, I thought that it was
Just a
something
good
we
one.
really enjoy watching and talking about, because I don't feel like it gets talked about enough.
hey, that's fair, man. I appreciate it because I never even knew about it till you guys talked about it. So, and now I've got to finally fucking watch it.
Yep.
Okay, so is there anything else to discuss, gentlemen, or shall we bring in the doppelganger kangabanga?
Oh,
Bring 'em in.
let's bring him in. I gotta hear
what he
this.
has to say.
We haven't heard Brody in a couple minutes, so let's hear from that saucy house.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore N More. Hope y'all out there in Radio Land had a fucking happy new year. And I wish you nothing but all the best and exciting things to come in the year 2023. Now, it's good to be back. Good to be back with the Gore N More boys to get my little fucking 2 cents. And so this week we're kicking it off very fucking strong, or kicking this year off very fucking strong with The Burning, a very highly underappreciated slasher film with a large cult following. This film is fucking awesome. I mean, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I'm not saying it's masterclass of like storytelling. It's very basic, run-of-the-mill fucking slasher film. It does have a twist in it, but you can sort of see that coming throughout the entire film because they give you this backstory of the slasher and what happened to him and who did what to him. And then you know that that's going to come full circle by the end of the film. I didn't hate it. I'm just saying, you know it's going to happen and what's going to pop up. And it's, like I said, very average run-of-the-mill, straight down the line storytelling like any other slasher film, and it works. It works. For me, it works because there's a lot of character development in this. They just give you enough time with each of these characters because there's so fucking many in it. And for me personally, I didn't really get emotionally invested with them. I was just sort of there like, oh, okay, look, I like him, I guess, and then I hate him or her, you know. So there's always like that, but they did it so well. I mean, like the pacing and the timing of this film. Yes, the first half of this film does drag on a fair bit, but like I said, you're introducing a lot of new characters into this film. Like, I mean, a lot. And then when the violence and blood and shit starts happening in the last half, like, it definitely makes up for it in that sense because, I mean, Tom Savini just comes out balls to the wall just like a fucking splatterfest, like body horror, like fuck. I mean, the man works his magic and it fucking succeeds in this film. It's some great shit. There's a lot of fucking cool shots in this, like the tension scene as some of the people on the raft approach this fucking canoe just out in the middle of nowhere, and it's that long drawn out scene and the tension between just the atmosphere. I don't even think there's music. I think it's just natural like ambience, and that works 10 times fucking better because it's just this fucking eerie gothic aesthetic about what yet to come. Then all of a sudden, Cropsy, bang, he just starts fucking taking names, and it's kind of realistic in that sense because like as he's trying to kill these people, like he actually misses them, and like he's just very sloppy. I guess that's because he's got some defects on his face where he can't see probably. I mean, it just felt realistic to me in the sense that he just wasn't this all of a sudden a serial killer that like, I'm going to cut your head off or I'm going to cut your fingers off. It was very sloppy, and I feel like that just creates that more bit of a realism with that Cropsy character as well. And like I said, when I didn't get emotionally attached to these characters and when they started to die, I was like, yes, give me that fucking gore, give me that violence. I really wanted to see what Cropsy was able to bring to the table. I mean, he only really uses like one... Yeah, he only really uses like one fucking instrument to kill people, like garden shears. I mean, that's fucking gnarly, but yeah. And I guess in the final act he tries a flamethrower, but he doesn't really affect anyone with it. He comes off second best. Anywho, yeah. So like I said, the characters didn't really bother me as much. The fucking pacing of the first half, yes, it was a little bit slow. I mean, they could have introduced a bit more killing. But I guess, you know, budget restrictions or something. And like I said, setting characters up, you know, with so many to do. But like I said, it was still paced very well for the runtime of this film. I mean, like the cinematography, yeah, like I was saying, there was some really cool shots, but I mean, it's still nothing to really rave on about. I think the last 20 minutes where we get to see Cropsy, like the actual visual design of Cropsy is absolutely fucking fantastic. I know it was a rush design by Tom Savini, but it actually works so fucking well for this. I think the best part of the cinematography in this film is when we get the flamethrower reveal of Cropsy. I mean, that really just felt so much more like masterclass in the cinematography of the rest of the film. I was like, holy fuck, this is badass. It's actually intimidating. And then it just cuts out. And it was like, oh, fuck. I just added that eerie atmosphere, and the tension was there. It worked so fucking well for this. And then we get this brutal Cropsy fucking death. And I was like, yes, that's just fucking icing on the cake. So good. My God, yes. Like, and in a sense, overall, if I had to really say to sum up this film, yes, it is, like I said, the average run of the mill slasher film. But in saying that, the way that this story and the editing and it unfolding is completely different to a slasher film. Like some slasher films just really just like kill, 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 kill from the word go. But this tries to really take its time to make you feel invested with these characters. And I mean, I liked it. I like it what they were able to achieve with it. And the violence definitely made up for it, like I said. But yeah, this week I'm gonna have to give old Cropsy a fucking 4.2. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film for what it is, and it was trying to do a little bit something different at the time, while borrowing other elements from other slasher films. So yeah. So anyway, this is your DKB signing out. I hope you have a fucking great evening, gentlemen, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this film. Ta-ta, gentlemen.
Ta-ta, sir, and thank you kindly.
Thank you, DKB.
That was a solid review, as always.
Yeah.
And started off with a 4.2 from the Brody Kane. All right.
He's going to predict it once again.
Very possibly.
Do we have the old score?
You'd have to give me a little bit to find it. That's written
That's
down
fine.
somewhere.
That's fine. I could probably skim through the episode real quick. Bob, you listened to it today, right?
I did, but I didn't make it all the way to the end.
You're fine.
I'll look for it. I got it right here.
No, it's all good. Okay, so we got everything. I feel like we discussed for the most part, and if we want more discussion, go listen to the original second episode too. Compare and contrast. See where this crew's at versus that crew. Chad was Chad was the red rate. Chad was our Billy. You were like the solid remain through the seasons.
Yeah, so buddy.
Far. Or maybe you were a Tommy. I don't want to say Tommy though, because
Tommy wasn't one of the originals though.
No, he wasn't, dude. Billy was.
I mean, if anything, you're.
I'm glad that they're bringing Billy back, dude.
Yeah,
that's so. You know what? We're talking about Power Rangers. So I'm gonna segue this in. Yo, if you are a Power Rangers fan, fucking follow Project Louder if you're not already, and if you're not already, shame on you. You fucking should be. So, but follow that. We got a whole new fucking podcast coming out from the boss man himself and Cameron from the Big Bad Beetle Bros. Those two boys came up together, brought something together, and they came up with
Stronger Than Before,
a Power Rangers Zeo podcast, which I am happy to say I got to do one episode with the boys. It was super fucking fun. So that is dropping end of the month, I believe.
Nice.
Don't
get on it.
I want to say
I thought episode 1 dropped already.
Did the first one already drop?
It might have dropped like yesterday or the day before.
Okay, I apologize. Yeah. I know the Instagram is already out there. The invites have already been sent. They at least got the title out there showing. So
yeah, I shared it on my story so people could go follow it too. So
yeah, it's a cool little thing, man. I like it. It's like a format that we've done a lot on this, dude. But TJ's obviously tweaked the format for like what it is. But with that one, like we've done with one episode, that it's all watch-alongs, dude. So we would literally watch the episode all together because they're all on fucking YouTube, and then literally record the fucking episode or record the podcast. And I'm like, that is the freshest fucking shit ever, dude. I love it, dude. Like everything's like just so right there. And you almost want to record while you're watching it just because like obviously there's
you want your reaction.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're almost gonna was it fucking Mystery Science Theater, but yeah, check out for that stronger than before now on Project Louder. But so Chad, is there anything you want to add for behind the scenes? I know
I have some behind the scenes stuff here. I don't know if it's rehashing a lot, so I might be.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to play this, dude. I mean, this episode format's new, so
I will say. So on March 27th, 2013, Jason Alexander, when asked on his Twitter account what his favorite memory was of filming The Burning, he stated, "Looking at Carrick Glen."
Yeah, Georgie. He is George, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, in and out. He is George.
Like this was George at summer camp.
Yeah.
This was young George Costanza. Well, I don't know, man. He might have been a little bit more confident than George. Like,
oh yes, way more confident.
He was George in the later seasons of Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like after hanging out with Jerry a lot more, and he's finally like
Because the George in
once he gets out of his parents' house.
Yeah.
Because the George in this movie is over here like ready to mount that one girl, like.
I mean,
He's
George
close.
was always kind of like that too, but he was.
Yeah.
But he had a better
you
chance of scoring here.
You know what that is? You know what that is? He's at summer camp. It's the summer of George.
It's the
Summer
of
of George.
And you know what? You know what?
Doing
We're
something
not
else here, Jerry.
We're not taking into the effect that he hasn't lost his steam because he's got all a full head of his hair still.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's true.
So you
he's-
guys remember how
he's
confident
making-
he was in the
speaking
Wii
of-
episode?
Oh yeah, dude.
Speaking of, did you notice? Did you notice? After he dove into the water at the beginning, he gives out. He's got a full carpet on his.
Yeah,
back.
he does. That's why he had to keep his shirt
Yes.
on. I thought the
I think so,
same
too.
thing. I was
I
like,
saw them. Like,
why is
wow,
George
that's a
keeping his
forest
shirt
of
on. He
back
ain't
hair.
that fat. He ain't that fat kid, dude. Like I know some kids just like to swim with their shirts on. I get it, dude. I ain't trying to judge by any means, but me, dude, I rock my bitch tits out. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so real
Um,
quick, I listened to like the last few minutes of the episode, and there was no score given. Y'all
no.
were talking questions, and there was never a score given.
Okay, so the score didn't come until a couple episodes later, I think.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Maybe
Maybe
So might have-
fourth episode.
might have. I'll have to look. I thought we gave scores, but it could have been like a retroactive we gave scores thing.
I thought because that's when I thought you guys did the bloody VHS tapes.
Yeah, weren't you?
I don't know how to.
It might have been. It might have been even
think
into the tens.
We
Who
might have
knows?
given our score earlier in the podcast. I know I have numbers here somewhere. I'm just thinking
Okay.
it's back in my closet here.
Is that a
'Cause
DBZ
I've
shirt?
got- No, Transformers.
Oh, still cool. Ooh, random side note though, I forgot to mention. So I picked up Xenoverse 2 again, dude, which I haven't played in a long ass time, but it's on sale for only $8. So I bought it for because the wife and I do game share. So I bought it for me and us. And then I bought it for the daughter, dude. And I forgot how fucking fun that game is. And they keep still dropping DLC for it, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They
Damien
dropped-
was telling me that they dropped like a shitload of DLC.
They
since the
dropped
last time I
superhero
played.
DLC, dude, from this summer.
Oh shit! Oh
yeah, you
shit!
could be. Yeah, and I was like, what? The game dropped in 2016, and they're still fucking like. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it again.
That's how you know
So-
a game's keeping up.
I
good
have
with
2
all
copies
that.
of it under there. That's where I have all my Xbox
I'm-
games because I no longer have an Xbox.
Bro, well, what the fuck? Go get an Xbox.
I need. You hear that, honey? I need an Xbox and a PS5.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, because it's essentially just Destiny DBZ, and it's got the 3-player
Yeah.
online. Dude, like Jen and I were doing a raid the other day. We were fighting Fuse Zamasu. It was fucking awesome. But no,
See,
we
there
did
she
not
goes.
get there yet, but it was mentioned. It was mentioned. But we are in that section now.
Oh! By the way, I forgot to mention to you guys that a few weeks back I did finally get to watch Dragon Ball Superheroes.
Nice.
You watch the Japanese version.
Yeah, because that's the only version that's out right now.
That's all right though. At least you
The
still
dubbed
got
version doesn't drop until like March on the home video.
Fuck. Why is it?
I mean,
taking
and
so
like
long?
I liked, for the most part, I liked it. I liked the power ups that Gohan, and I liked Orange Piccolo. I liked how we got fat Gotenks, and that's all we got was the fucked up fusion of Gotenks. But Cell Max was fucking Bio Broly to me.
Yeah.
He was
Very,
I
very
hated
Bio-Broly.
Cell Max,
but he was better than Bryo Moli to me.
not by much.
That's fair, but I think because of what happens, I think we are eventually going to get Perfect Cell again.
Possibly.
Wasn't there DNA left over?
But if they'll probably follow the manga, so there's all this other stuff going on in the manga.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but maybe not. That was a whole separate thing from the manga, and that was like the whole purpose of it, because that's why it gave it a 20-year like lead time. So I don't know. Either way, I want that shit on fucking physical. God damn it, dude! It's been way too. I've been waiting.
So superheroes. I'm guessing that takes place after the final episodes of Z too, because weren't Trunks and Goten still kids in that, or were they teenagers?
Oh, bro, this is well after Tournament of Power, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you
Yeah.
remember Tournament of Power, Dragon Ball Super takes place before the very, very, very final episodes of Z, because they were a couple years later, and it was after.
I
It was
think
with
those
Oob.
have, I think those have officially been retconned unless they unless they decide to bring him down.
I don't know, because Oob is mentioned in Super because
Oob is
Goku
mentioned.
said, yeah,
right. And it's possible that they still do it, but I think even in Dragon Ball, was that a 10-year gap or was that a 20? Because at the end of Z, it was Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. fighting, so it was a whole nother generation. So Pan was a grandma at that point.
No,
it would have been
no. That was the end of GT.
That was GT.
Oh, that was
sorry.
GT. Yeah.
We are having a way deep Dragon Ball conversation right now.
Yeah,
Let's get back to the burning.
Yeah,
let's get back
we
to
need
the burning.
we need a Dragon Ball podcast for this.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we could.
You
We'll
guys
have
like went off
shit
on
tons of
Dragon Ball Z.
content.
I'm over here like I have no idea what's going on.
We're such fucking nerds.
Bobby.
But
I don't care, dude. I wear that.
I
on my
love it.
chest.
Okay, so continuing on, in the interview on the MGM DVD, which is also the same interview that's on the Scream Factory one, Savini recalls the cast were literally queuing up to find out how they would die, making him feel like an assassin.
Huh.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Assassin.
I
Assassin
know-
with shears.
I know I mentioned this before. Tom Savini based Cropsey on a burnt beggar he'd seen as a kid in Pittsburgh, as well as textbooks on burn victims. And due to time constraints, the resulting mask was more of a melt than a burn. It only took about 3 days to make. He wasn't really too happy with the overall mask
No?
itself.
Well, he fucking made it in his trailer.
He did.
Yeah,
In between,
I thought it looked fantastic, dude. Even in the direct on shots at the very end in the cave.
And if you look at in that book, Steve, that you have, if you look at the mask, it's thick. Like looks like a
thick
fucking
as fuck.
It's thick.
And the original mold is gone.
Oh, I'm sure.
His original mold completely deteriorated.
I wonder.
It's non-existent.
I wonder if he has any of the masks still, unless they all got destroyed.
I think he has. I don't know if it's an original of the mask, but I know he has one in his workshop because I saw it in the video that Mel got me for my birthday.
Ooh, now I got to go back and look through that just to find it.
No.
Awesome. What else we got, boys?
There's been much speculation as to why the mine system was chosen for the climactic battle between Cropsey and Todd. An earlier script showed it was originally meant to be a boathouse at the camp, but it was switched to a cave system. Indeed, another subsequent version had a scene in Cropsey's lair where he looks over old newspaper clippings. They said it was changed again to the copper mine because they found bats roosting in the boathouse and considered it unsafe. And Tom Savini also talks that the original cave system that they were going to use while they were scouting locations, like the entrance actually had a complete cave in while they were inside. So that was determined to be unsafe. So they had to find a completely different set of caves to use.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like he said, they used like string so they could find their way back out. He said as a spelunker, so it didn't bother him being in the caves. That's what they had to do to find their way back out. And when they turned around to go back out, they just saw all these boulders and everything and just completely collapsed in, like you couldn't even get through. Yeah.
So that would have been interesting. I wonder, because like you said boathouse, and I'm trying to think in my head, like what size boathouse would we be talking about
that's
for this given budget? You know what I mean? Because like how big of a boat, like boathouses are, I mean, I'm sure there is some big ones out there, but even ones like that are that big. Like they're not like.
So for one at a camp like that, I can't imagine it being more than, I don't know.
I feel like a cave system would be way better, give you a lot more like.
Yeah, a 50-foot long boathouse, and that's probably stretching it, maybe.
Dude, I feel like that. Yeah, maybe.
Unless they mean like some kind of like a dry dock that's like a big, huge boat warehouse kind of thing.
Boathouse.
But even then, that wouldn't, I mean.
For a summer camp like this?
That's
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Like, I could see if like it was like next to a marina and then they were going into like a store. Okay. Yeah. But,
the cave system fits it a little better anyway.
Dude, the whole end scene, man, chase scene with the flamethrower is fucking fantastic. Yeah. Like as soon as he lights that, I'm just like, yes, smiles the whole way.
What would have been cool is if they went back to Camp Blackfoot and like there were the remains they went through. That would have.
That's what I thought too. That would have been a really good ending, is right?
That would have been cool
in the ruins.
But I mean, it worked and it built that tension that we needed for that final.
Oh yeah,
showdown. Yeah.
To which we didn't get a final girl.
No.
That was interesting.
Final boys.
Yeah.
Which the final dude was his own. It was kind of his own fault. Actually, so it wasn't really. I don't know. It was definitely a different slasher than what you normally get. I liked it.
Oh yes.
And this was one of the.
Because I mean, he was one of the douchey kids at the beginning, and instead of getting his.
You know what it was?
Made it through.
You say early, maybe it's because like everybody didn't just try to do the copy of the formula at this point because we're talking 81, so everybody's still trying to be a little bit original. Like, yeah, there's gonna be like the flavor, like we talked about it, like last week or 2 weeks ago when we're like, there's always like this common theme between movies for that year of like, you know, Volcano and Dante's Peak, and you know what I mean. So like, even if you went with like Summer Killers was like 81, whatever, like 80s, like that's the early thing, like. Obviously, you can only do so much, but this one definitely, like, I feel stands out, especially out like when you really consider that, like, if you take the whole Final Girl formula out of it, it's not there.
No, it's not.
This movie doesn't really follow that formula by any means. This dude like ended up like I don't know, but anything else, Chad Daddy? I know Scoobs had some book stuff too.
We'll say the oversaturation of the slasher film market did not help draw in audiences to The Burning. Aside from having the very similar plotted Friday the 13th Part 2 also playing, the film suffered from competition with Happy Birthday to Me, Final Exam, The Fan, Graduation Day, Eyes of a Stranger, a successful re-release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The success of Friday the 13th Part 2 hampered The Burning's audience as the audience flocked to the known property.
That is a lot of horror movies to fucking compete with, dude.
But the fact that it lost out to a re-screening of Chainsaw.
I can see that though, dude. Like,
it's Chainsaw.
Yeah,
it's true, but at the same time, with all the new coming out, you know,
it's Chainsaw, and it's not like today where like you could just see anything wherever you want to fucking have it or own it or anything like that, dude. You know what I mean? You're talking 81.
That's true.
I can't.
That was one of Mel's favorite. I'm sorry. That was one of Mel's favorite behind the scenes that she looked up last night, was that the cast, due to budget restraints, they all wore their own clothes. Like that was shit. Like they didn't have a wardrobe budget.
There was no wardrobe department.
They just wore their shit. Yeah.
They did that on Halloween too, also, Melody, just so you know.
But you know what? Like, I feel like their wardrobe department would have literally got them the same shit that they were wearing anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, it's what it fucking looked like anyways.
You know what? Sometimes maybe that's better off. You're just like, yo, dude, bring your own clothes, and we'll just, you know, pay you a little extra in case anything happens to them or whatever. Fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome. Anything else, boys?
This was technically the first Miramax film.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, this is where
every time I see Miramax, every time I see their logo, all I can think of is
Chainsaw Bob.
Fucking Miramax.
That's what I think.
Same.
It popped up and I said it in my head, and like every fucking time.
With those movies you mentioned, those weren't all summer releases, right? Those were just the year of 80.
That was just a year, yeah.
Okay. You know, honestly, if you think about it, dude, this past year of 2022 was a solid banger for horror film.
Yes, it was.
Fans,
yeah,
dude.
it was.
Yes. You literally from June itself forward.
The whole year.
It was
all
year.
There.
All year.
I mean, okay, dude, like, I don't care for Scream, but dude, like, Scream heads fucking got their shit all fucked up in a tizzy last year for sure.
And there's another one coming out soon, too.
Did X come out last year or 2020?
It came out this year. No, X and Pearl both came out this year.
They came out the same year?
X was a solid fucking
I
flick.
still yet to watch together, dude.
No,
I haven't seen Pearl yet, but X was a solid fucking flick.
Steve, you'll like Pearl. You'll like Pearl.
I mean, okay, and even if there's not solid ones, there's been a lot of like big budget horror movies, because even if as much as this group disliked on Halloween, you still got to throw out Halloween. That, you know what I mean? Like, Terrifier 2, fucking
Smile
movie of the year.
Yeah, Smile, Terrifier 2, Barbarian. Like, again, go down the list.
Yeah, dude, and I know there's a bunch we're missing, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, Smile.
No, he just said Smile.
Yeah, just Smile. Okay.
He said Smile, Barbarian. Barbarian was, that was worth a watch. Dude, I feel like there's some fucking other ones, dude. Like,
no, we have
2020 Texas Chainsaw, bro. Like, fucking.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw. Duh.
Dude, that was my favorite horror movie of the year, and so many people shit on it because it was a Netflix movie. I'm like, I fucking loved it. Okay.
Well, you know your boys, Brody and I got your back, dude. Because fucking, we still talk about that shit on the sidelines.
And there's people that shit on Hellraiser, but I really like that too.
It's still great.
You'll never finish that, but I'll give credit there. You got new fucking Hellraiser, dude.
No, the new Chainsaw was still great. I'm looking forward to the sequels if they do.
Fucking give us a goddamn physical, though.
Yes, please.
Right? Fuck. Like, I bought the Munsters in just hopes that Netflix will be like, maybe we'll release more physicals. Give me fucking Texas.
You know what the weird part is? They probably could make more money releasing the Chainsaw over the Munsters.
Oh,
They
yeah,
would.
Easily could. You could come out with some fucking dope ass fucking 4K Blu-ray set, dude, that would have a bunch of fucking you'd have a shit ton of behind the scene footage nowadays, dude, with everybody document everything.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it'd be I would pay $30 fucking
So
for
not
that in
only
a
that,
heartbeat, man.
they could have a documentary part on that movie about the chainsaw itself. Everyone would buy it for that because they want to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
let's see where the chainsaw came from. You know,
Bro, you could have like, you know what, man? Go old school DVD style. Put a 30-minute fucking random like documentary on like the many faces of Leatherface, and just just to have an explanation of all the ones, and then throw this new variation onto it and explain that little bullshit. I love that shit, dude. I'll fucking eat that up all day.
Brody says the family's watching. Say howdy, fuckers.
Howdy,
fuckers. Hello, fuckers.
Yeah. And I know Brody's totally agreeing with this conversation right now too. He's probably like, give us the fucking physical.
But
yeah, that's probably my top for the year, honestly. Besides Terrifier 2, I would say Texas, man, because Texas I definitely watched like 10 times easily.
I think I would give Smile my number 2 for the year.
I haven't watched Smile yet, so I haven't.
I would give Terrifier 2, Smile, and Chainsaw.
Fuck it. Yeah.
The top 3 right there.
Terrifier 2 was fantastic. It was a trip.
I gotta put Barbarian above Smile for me. That movie tripped me out.
Actually,
I
didn't see that. That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't see it coming.
But I'm still waiting for the DVD on that.
Dude,
yeah.
2/3 into that movie when it does a full like vibe flip. Oh my God. That movie was like,
I was like, what?
Bro, I was so
okay.
like, yeah. I didn't like the ending of that movie, but I would still recommend that movie as a side. But yes, and Brody, don't even get him started on Leatherface. Absolutely. All right, homies. Anything else besides behind the curtain?
I'll give this one more. So the project was initiated before the popularity of Cunningham's Friday the 13th, with Harvey Weinstein creating a 5-page treatment in 1979 under the title The Cropsey Maniac and registering it in April of 1980, a full month before Cunningham's film was released. Coincidentally, at the same time, director Joseph Ellison also had a film in pre-production under the title The Burning, but changed the name to Don't Go in the House to avoid confusion with Weinstein's film. The production also bore similarities to another slasher movie in pre-production, a film that would become known as Madman. In summer 1980, during a casting call for Madman, one of the actresses commented that her boyfriend was acting in The Burning. This prompted Madman to change its entire premise, which was built around the Cropsey legend. This change caused story alterations in Madman, and filming on that film was delayed until October of 1980. Madman's delay was costly for the film as it did not receive a theatrical release till January of 1982.
So this fucked up a lot of things.
Yes, it did.
That was the drama she was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, my buddy Gene Smith's in the chat, and he says popcorn is underrated. By
What's
the
up,
way,
Gene?
we are reviewing that next week.
Yes,
yeah, buddy.
I've never seen it. I'm excited.
I've never seen it either. So,
Chad Daddy, you weren't here, but we went down the whole list of what you had open for at least the first month because I was just like, oh, bro, this first month's a banger. So
it is.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But now that we're talking about these movies, now I want to watch fucking Madman like 10 times in a night. Like that's what
but that's one like I don't have to re-review. I'll just go watch it.
Well, that's what I mean. No, just to go watch it. I gotta still buy the Blu-ray. I gotta get it.
So this whole Cropsey thing, it's like a real life urban legend, right?
Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
It's and right here in New York.
Well, I was gonna
Is it
say
New
like
York,
in your
or
area.
Jersey.
Yeah,
It's
no.
New York,
It's
though,
no.
New York. It's New York.
It is New York, but
it's
then
like Long
some of it
Island,
came,
like
some of it came to Jersey, but it's mainly a New York story.
Because I remember from that documentary, like with the Joe Bob, like that's where they're talking about it.
Yo, I watched, there was a newer, I think it was a newer documentary in the last 10 years.
What the hell was that documentary? I can't even remember.
It was going on.
No, it was a Friday 13th one specifically, but it had like the two redneck dudes that like are always in there.
No. Hold on, wait. Because I watched something that was totally
It's an older
different.
one. It's probably
But
from
apparently,
like early 2000s.
so side note, the one I'm talking about is they talk about a guy who was in a hospital, and he's the Cropsey legend.
Oh.
Let me hold on. Wait, let me.
Yeah, I don't know on that one. Interesting. All right. So
Keep
is that
going,
all
I'll
behind the
find it.
scenes then, boys? Was there anything else, Scoobs, you had to add in there? Or You said that was the drama stuff.
I didn't even really read the magazine. Like I said, I just
Oh,
flipped
no,
through
you're
it, and
fine.
it was just showing photos of Tom coming up with the special effects, and the pictures he took of them before they actually pulled off the effects and stuff. So it was just like basically behind the scenes shots of him setting up the special effects and his artwork on how he drew them, and then how he made them like come to life, essentially.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so real quick, I found it. It was made in 2009. The film begins as an examination of Cropsey, a boogeyman-like figure from New York urban legend, a convicted child
I think I've seen
kidnapper
that.
from
Yep.
Staten Island who's known for crimes in the 70s and 80s, who may have inspired or been blamed on by him. The guy's name was Andre Rand.
Yeah, I have seen that. That's more the investigation of Cropsey.
Yeah,
right?
so
Yeah.
for some reason I thought hospital. I think he kidnapped some kids from a hospital, but there was also urban other ones too. It was a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff, but it's actually a very cool little documentary to watch. So give that a watch if
What
you
was it
guys
called?
ever get a Cropsey. It's just
Yeah, it was
called,
just called Cropsey.
but it's
I think
but it's not,
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
It was.
it's not spelled like the movies Cropsey. It's spelled Cropsey.
EY. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that one. That's
Yeah,
the one that I saw.
I enjoyed that very much.
Word. Alrighty, boys. We are gonna hit les questions.
Let's
What
do it.
format was this watched on?
Blu-ray.
I was gonna say I know Chad Daddy's answer.
On demand.
Tubi.
I went Prime. All right.
Right on.
4 ways. I will say though, I my bitch on Prime, no subtitles. So fuck you, Prime. Like you had a clear cut, but I don't know how you didn't have subtitles.
Yes, it is, Brody. It's good.
Sweet. Okay. So douche of the film. I don't even know if we have to answer this.
Glazer.
This actually set the precedence for the show for
Yep.
douche of the film.
This is what led to douche the film, because it started
Right.
as Glazer of the movie. Then it
the
was
the Glazer.
it started as the
Award,
Glazer,
right?
and then it was the guy from the Wraith. I can't remember his name, and then
Oh,
we
that's
changed it
right.
to douche. Yeah,
Because you did it to like, what was Wraith? Wraith was like episode 8 or 9 or no.
yeah,
probably 8.
it was
was
something like that.
Well,
But-
for a man whose name is Glazer, he did not glaze her very well.
Oh,
He did very fast.
He did, but it was too early.
Yeah,
Two
the-
pump
So-
jump.
Exactly. Probably wasn't a lot anyway.
should have primed. All right.
Hmm.
Favorite kill. Oh man. So
the raft scene, the whole
That's what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna change my answer.
but that's a scene though. That's not a kill.
well,
I'm gonna
all the
I
kills.
got to give my favorite kill to actually Cropsey himself.
That was a
Gets
good one.
stabbed
Stabbed
the
in
axe
back
to the
with
fucking
head.
Stabbed in the back, axe to the
Fucking
head,
hell.
then he was burned.
Again,
Dude, the axe to the face was pretty fucked, man. Like
was.
I'm just gonna go for that alone with the fucking blood gush out of the mouth. But
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mel and go the hooker at the
that
beginning.
was a solid
That
intro
was
kill, dude.
that
Yeah.
was
all
a
right.
very
So then,
good
if
one.
I have to pick one, the kid who gets it in the neck on the raft.
Honestly, out of
Just
the
shredding,
raft
man.
ones, I say that's probably the most solid on the raft, dude. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that was just like that was gurgly, bro. Like you could
Yeah.
feel that for some reason. I don't know why. Because he got it in between your fucking rib plate and like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
right
it's like
there,
that spot right here.
It's where Kevin Bacon got it with the arrow.
exactly.
Except
But he
for
got
the-
it the other way. He
Yeah,
got
it was reversed.
He got it first.
got it from
Yeah.
the backside. All right. So yeah. Best scene. Best scene to me was the raft scene, though. That was fantastic.
As good as that was, I'm giving best scene to the campfire story about Cropsey.
I did like that.
Where
I
the
love
scare
my-
came in, like the
Mhm.
part 2 style.
I do love my campfire scene.
I'm gonna go with the burning scene at the beginning.
Oh,
All right.
he's a very weird not light sleeper, by the way.
Yeah.
Like his eyes were open. He had that weird jump, but he totally didn't notice that somebody was touching his knee.
Yeah, because when he moved, he totally hit him in the butt with his knee.
Oh yeah, he did,
that
dude.
would have
I was
woken
like,
me up.
I was like, you're touching a dude. Like,
Yeah.
Catchy.
Favorite scene when they're in the mine shaft and they're walking around. You don't see Cropsey yet. You just see the flames. The whole
That's
ending
cool.
leading up.
you know what? I
The
do
tension.
like. I like the pop up, like right behind as they're like walking out. Like, it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
thick, but
Yeah.
you get that nice like 3-second really good look on the face before he starts to strangle the little dude there.
Yeah, I like that whole ending. The tension there. I loved it.
Hell yeah! All right, so opening scene hook you in. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The opening scene before the
Yeah.
credits. We talked probably 30 minutes on that alone.
We did.
Yeah.
Even the burn scene, just the hospital scene alone was like 2 seconds. But no, it was a bunch of douchebag kids, dude. Awesome, weird little shack that he's sleeping in. Like
Grave robbing kids.
yeah, right. I love that the dude like I even thought about it, I'm like, man, it would have been way easier to light those candles not in the box. Like take the skull out.
Take
Then
them out
light
and
them.
fucking light it.
But
Yeah.
you got to have the reveal. But even still, and I was like, but you didn't have to necessarily reveal like that. He still could have taken it out, lit it, and then just did a pan away and been like, oh, skull. You know what I
And
mean?
you know what just hit me right now? Cropsy did not get revenge on any motherfucker that lit him on fire.
He
No,
tried
he
the
didn't.
He
one,
tried.
but there was only one out of the.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying, though. All those other kids just got away. They
Yeah, they
fucking
got away with it. Fuck them.
What if the hooker was one of the kids' moms?
I
5 years
did have that
later.
thought.
That's a
Like
possibility.
it was a deep, deep burn. Like
Like you set me on fire. I
Me,
killed your
I'm
mom. She was a whore anyway.
Fucking kill your mom.
I like the fact that she was like eager to take him up to the apartment with assumingly never seeing his face.
Yeah.
What's she
Well,
care what he looks like?
Money is money. She don't give a
I
fuck.
know, but like
She's got to make a living, honey.
I gotta earn a living.
I guess. I don't know, man.
That's a hard life.
That's why I say bordello should be legal, man. I feel like there's a few guys I work with that are literally the campaign boys of why bordello should be legal.
I kind of want.
Well, I'm just saying, man, they're high tense and like usually you could tell when they've had a good weekend, and they're a lot chiller for a week. So it's like, bro, they need that way more often. Yeah. All right. So obviously we all enjoyed opening scene. So most attractive character,
Sally.
Yeah.
Jason Alexander.
Well, Jason Alexander
Ooh.
was a handsome man in this,
He
dude. I
was.
really, and he had that
Ooh,
charisma.
damn,
man,
Brody.
like-
If she was a hooker, her pussy would have been on fire from too much dick friction.
Oh,
dude, that chick was that chick's. I guarantee her shit was already on fire, man. She looked a little worked.
That gives a whole new meaning to the film's title.
That's what I was thinking. It was gonorrhea the whole time.
Kramer, you son of a bitch.
It's Kramer's mom, dude. No,
Cosmo.
she's alive. All right. You know, I actually do like the female counselor. I don't. What the hell was her name?
Oh,
She was pretty attractive, and I usually don't
isn't
go
it
for the
Stacy?
blondes, but she was
I
pretty.
thought it was
hot.
Barbara.
I don't know. She
Shit.
she had a very. I think it was because she is the most like mature looking.
Oh, geez,
so that's probably why
it's Michelle.
Oh, there you go.
We're like, we were all way off. It's Michelle.
It's Samsonite.
I was way off.
All right.
She must be unlisted.
Did the score set the mood? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did a
That's
really
a
good
sweet
job.
fucking
That helicopter synthesizer, I'm stealing that from the old show. Sound
bro.
was
If
perfect.
somebody doesn't mention the banjo scene coming in hot, like, I don't know if that fucking man, right? You can't have canoes on the river without banjos going.
Yep.
bro. It just doesn't fit. Nothing else fits in that scene. Oh man. Okay, so best song.
I don't think there was one.
No.
I don't remember a song.
The banjo song. Favorite character, Jason Alexander, all the way,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stole the
Not
show.
even close.
I
Not
would
even
put him favorite. My second favorite, I would put Todd. Actually, he was
Oh,
just
shit.
he was a level headed person. So him second.
Yeah.
I'm being nice. I don't know.
Right. I felt like the other friends were kind of throwaways.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But you
Fanny
know,
Pack and then the
What
other
was, it,
guy.
what was his name? Alfred or whatever the fuck. The pervy kid was like, I don't have any friends.
Yeah, but
And then he's hanging out with Jason Alexander and the other
Like,
two guys
what the
right in the
fuck?
next fucking scene.
Yeah,
dude. I'm like,
exactly.
what? And like Jason Alexander's character seems so cool. Like he's just like wants to be chill with everybody, anyways.
yeah.
Always
Pretty
leaving
much.
on that high note. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it scary?
I could
No,
see-
but honestly, maybe given the time, there might be some jump scares for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Like I could see some of the raft stuff, dude, and some of the blood was
was-
definitely gurgly.
I jumped
so.
one time.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's
Mel
not
jumped
bad for
as
us.
well. So, yeah.
There you go. All right. Best horror movie right now versus.
What's versus?
Dude, I could never do a best horror movie right off the bat. That's like
Mm-mm.
what like overall, like just like solid. My one.
I can. My favorite's always going to be The Thing.
I was gonna say, dude, it's right there, man. But there's just a few I want to juggle because like sometimes I know it sounds bad. Like it doesn't hit the itch that I'm looking for that horror itch of the time. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, yes.
If I had to say,
but I don't know, man.
If I had to say best horror movie of all time, the original Chainsaw, because it's just unrelenting terror.
Yeah, but
I don't even know if I can do that, dude.
No.
It all depends on what I need. Like 3. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's the biggest crock of shit of 2023.
There you go.
We've already started off the year with a crock of shit. Jesus Christ.
I feel like I need at least 3 movies, dude, because I need to be like to able to kind of cover like all bases.
Yeah, because there's
like,
so many different subgenres.
Because like I love slasher, dude, but I love monster horror too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it very
and I love paranormal horror.
But then but then it's like I love paranormal.
I could go like slash like all of that.
So now you got me second guessing because I also want to say Alien because Alien is the perfect movie.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like that's a fantastic fucking horror movie, and it also hits the sci-fi fucking thing of it. It's the you know what I mean, dude? It's I don't know. And like I could throw in The Shining, dude. That's one of my tops, bro, because that's slasher, but that's also like crazy, like fucking psychotic shit, dude. Like it's going way more into the mental
Evil
fucking
Dead
mind game shit. Yeah, dude, everything,
like,
bro.
You could go down a list. So
that's what I'm saying. I would need 3. I would need 3 to like.
I think I'm with you there because, like I said, I was second guessing it because I started thinking about Alien. I'm like, I really love.
See,
that one.
I couldn't even do 3. I would literally need.
You need 5.
No. I literally would make a list of a top 20 for me, but I would have a reason for all because
But that's not that small. You need like you.
No, that's actually small considering. That's very small.
Bob, you have a canoe.
What's there?
All these movies are people, and you have a canoe, and you can only fit 3 of them. Who you bring?
But they're not the same size.
Jack's got to go off the door. There's not enough spot. There's not enough space, dude. Listen, you know.
I'm sorry. I need a top 20 list.
All right, that's fine. All right, so does it hold up today? Honestly, it was my first watch. I fucking enjoyed it, so I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
And the copy was clean as fuck, dude. So hell yeah. Acting solid.
Oh yeah, everybody was fucking.
And like Mel said, it was a lot of the actor and actresses' first film. I don't know exactly, but it was a lot of their first film, so they had never acted in shit before.
Mm-hmm.
But they did so well.
They felt so much better than other people that.
And it's not even like little minor people like Fisher Stevens and Jason Alexander. This was their first stuff. Holly Hunter, she's a freaking Oscar winner for God's sake.
Yeah.
Right. So Brody says, is it fair to say that Cropsy looks like an ass polyp or slash hemorrhoid? You're not wrong. Not possibly wrong.
You're not wrong.
That would probably be an external hemorrhoid, I would have to say, if anything.
This is going to be one of my next cosplays.
An external hemorrhoid?
Yeah.
External hemorrhoid. That is Cropsy.
All right. How do you like the cinematography, boys? I don't really know.
There were some good shots, but
you know what? I did say the overhead shots. I did like because that was kind
of
the
overhead shots. The shots of them canoeing down the river were really well framed.
Yeah, especially when they had the makeshift like raft, dude, and like you got to see like the actual like paddles and shit. You're like, oh damn, dude! Like these motherfuckers put some time into this raft.
Once again, I got to say, I hated the point of views when we got them.
See, I liked them.
Yeah.
Was
it more just because always it was this, or was it? It went from point of view.
No, like the point of view. Yeah, like it just. I don't know,
it flipped. If it never stayed in point of view.
Oh my god!
I'm having little cards. I'm gonna have little cards.
Out before too late, turkeys.
But
fucking A, dude.
But no, I actually like the point of views because I like that it was blurry because you see his eyes later and it's not perfect.
Yeah,
I actually liked it.
I didn't need so many of the same pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess like if I have to shit on anything in this movie, that's one of the biggest things. Like I get it, but maybe once in the beginning, maybe once in the middle, and maybe twice at the end.
But
Worst
it
case
did. It
scenario,
literally
but
sold the movie that way because that's the poster too.
it is. I get it, but it's like
I want that poster.
I'm just thinking as a killer, man. Like even if I was gonna like I'm that. Like, why am I putting myself in this awkward position to try to stab you? Like, that fact is, dude. Like, it's like, nah, man. No.
My favorite horror movie is watching
obviously
Dad play Jaws on NES. That is pretty bad.
Could you? So that
that's a whole.
That would be a stream rate. Well, no, honestly, there would be a stream idea, dude. Imagine like taking your time and playing old horror games on the NES, dude. Like playthroughs.
I have the original Halloween.
I could possibly do Jaws again, but I like Friday.
I got Friday 13th and I got Nightmare. I know I got that.
I got
Friday 13th, dude.
Yeah, I got Friday 13th, Nightmare, and Halloween.
I was so pissed when I beat
There was no Halloween on the NES. That was on a.
It was like,
well, yeah, I have it.
It still lives.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Games are ridiculous. All right.
He actually has it on sale right now, Brody. $150.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Cheap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, and the last big question: did you like the premise? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes, very much.
It's awesome. It was a solid fucking summer camp movie, dude. Dug it a lot. And bringing us to the quad R's: recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'm gonna recycle this shit, and
you mean rewind?
I kind of want to see her remake it. I'm sorry, rewind it. I also kind of see a remake.
I wouldn't hate seeing a remake in the vein that you said about doing as like a horror comedy.
Right, like a total fucking flips out. And
that would be so funny.
I know I shit on Texas Chainsaw 2 for my own reasons because I don't like it did that. But I feel like the way I spun that and how I could see that in my head, dude, it'd be so funny because like you would just feel so apathetic for this poor motherfucker that just keeps getting caught in these I feel like it'd be almost like a Mr. Bean kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like he's just always in these situations by accident and shit like that. And just like,
yes,
what, dude? My shears again. No,
I'm just trying to trim the hedges.
Every time he's doing this, he's just going down for like a cut of the branch. Like,
I like the kid like trips over a rock because he's like trying to like take him out or some shit.
Right, like whatever the fuck it may be, dude. Like,
I agree with Johnny. I would love a rewind.
I'm really digging that idea. The more I think about it,
rewind. I would love to see a remake.
It'd be a pitch and a half, dude. All right, Bloody Disgusting. If you're listening,
okay, guys, give me 2 minutes. Let me see if I can find my old notebook. It should be back here in the closet. Let me look real quick. Just discuss a little bit for a second.
So, all right, so he's gonna do that. We're gonna rate. We can throw our ratings in now while we're waiting for Chad if you want. Or
let's wait.
Wait.
Right. Brody, so, I am gonna get it. I am gonna get it, Brody, and I think the girlfriend's gonna get a copy too because she wants to get it signed by Savini.
Ooh.
So
nice. Yeah, I gotta say, man, I'm glad we're doing these revisits because
well, they watched a lot of flicks that we love that we didn't get to review. So actually going and getting to actually go and review with the cast that we have now, I think that's a great fucking idea because it's not the same content that they already put out.
No,
especially with this because the show was completely different format at this point.
Them boys did not have a DBZ side discussion in their topic.
They did not. They did not. They were straight to the point.
That's right. They're a little more professional. All right, so Chad Daddy's got his notes. So do you want to give us the OG score before we break down our scores for this one?
I can tell you the OG score, and I think Scoobs, I think you might be right. We might not have scored that because I have a question mark beside it because I have it written down as a 3.
So that could be a personal score, or
it could be we forgot to give it a score, and that was just me thinking that we did. It could be.
All right. So then this could be the actual scoring of the movie.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I like it. What the hell is Brody saying here? I hope Chad comes out to Goodbye Horses with his penis. Oh,
when he was coming out of the closet.
I was like, what are we talking about here?
I'd fuck me so hard.
So Brody started us off with a 4.2 on The Burning. Chad Daddy? as the OG member of this group?
I'm going to side with Brody on that. Give it a 4.2.
4.2 from the Chad Daddy. Scuba.
I agree. 4.2.
2 solid. Abe.
I'm actually going to go a little higher because this is one that I loved watching as a little younger, a 4.5.
4.5. And let's see. So this is for a first time viewing. This is not a franchise, which is, I'm going to give you credits for that alone. So it's not a franchise. Not necessarily the most original idea, but still original nonetheless for how it was executed and pulled out. And especially given in the times of 80s slashers when there's a solid overabundance. Granted, we're talking early 80s, but still nonetheless an overabundance of slashers nonetheless. I think, honestly, I'm going to have to agree with Bob. I'm going to give it a solid 4.5, dude, because
awesome.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect to even come in this high, honestly. I was thinking maybe 4, but like, dude, the acting was way better than I expected. The effects were fantastic, like I should have expected, but you know, given nonetheless.
Right on.
So 4.5 from myself.
Giggity.
And divide that bitch by 5. So that'd be a 4.3.
All right.
Ooh, almost, Brody. Almost.
4.3 for the review of 1981's The Burning. The re-review. Should we call it the re-review or just the review?
The re-review.
I like review because it's like you're reviewing it and you're reviewing it.
All right.
It's like a double entendre.
That's right. So yes, so this was our first one. I definitely enjoyed it. I hope you guys did.
Definitely.
Chad Daddy, as the actual person who was doing the episode again, I hope you enjoyed this hitting in.
I loved it. Yeah, it was great to revisit this. And I'm glad that you guys get the same level of enjoyment out of it as I did the first time too.
Hell yeah, dude. And like I said, man, if you never listened to the OG episode, go give it a listen, man. Like just to get the variance of like what's happened in 5 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Really.
Like it's still it's still the same title, but
it's a totally different show.
Totally different show.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Totally different feel too. But you know what? I loved listening to it and like TJ's passion for the movie and Chad's passion for the movie, and then just listening to Wes, dude. You know, like you could tell like they were still new to it, so they were, you know, they still had like TJ still had that like super drive for that kind of movie. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he doesn't anymore, but you could tell like how energetic and stuff he was at the beginning of those of Gore N More.
Fuck yeah. And that's when like Chad, you were going over to Boss Man's house at that time, and then Wes was just calling in.
Yeah, Wes called in.
Yeah, so I remember even when I started, like we were not doing video calls by any means. Like that took a while to get to the video calls before we even decided to go live with the video calls.
I remember my first time doing it. I had my headphones hooked up to my cell phone.
Yeah, it was so fucking weird doing that, dude. And I just felt so lost. And I remember asking, I was like, yo, is there any way we could video chat? I feel, because not for you guys, but like for me, I always felt like I was accidentally either speaking over somebody or I was always going to speak over somebody. So where it's like, I feel like if I could see you guys, I could react a little bit.
Yes. Agreed.
But, all right, dude. So hell yeah. Solid first fucking episode of this year. Chad Daddy, what are we reviewing next week, homie?
Next week is our review of Popcorn.
Fuck yeah.
Never seen it, so I'm excited for this.
It is a fun movie. I don't think you guys will be
disappointed. Give me a year, homie. Give me a year on that movie.
So sorry.
1991?
I think it was 91 sounds right.
Alrighty. And oh shit, you got the full movie right on the YouTube.
Ooh, beautiful.
Awesome. Let's see where else she is here. Hold on.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
It's also on Sling. It's on Roku, Amazon Premium. So pretty much anywhere you need to find it. But yeah, you could also find it straight up on YouTube for free. So look up Popcorn full movie. So watch that shit for next week. Listen to the old episode. I don't know the number of the episode. I apologize.
Episode 2?
But I know.
Oh, for Popcorn?
Popcorn?
It's
3, I think.
Was Popcorn 3?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I got my Spotify up right now.
4.
Okay.
3 was Silent,
one of those.
3 was Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2.
Wow, you guys did the Christmas episode on the 3rd episode? That's right. You started end of November, and it was
and it was bi-weekly.
That's right.
Because they reviewed this one on December 18th is when it was initially reviewed.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, nice. Gene still has the popcorn poster that I talked about.
Oh, nice.
I think I mentioned that in that episode.
Yeah,
so I do remember listening to that episode. I don't remember everything completely, and so I'm going to keep it like that going into the movie because I've never seen it. So
I'm not listening to it. I'm going to watch the movie and
I'll watch it and then listen like I did with
there you go. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, I'm excited. So
it is a fun movie. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a fun movie.
1991. All right. Is there anything nerdy before we close this episode out?
I would like to say Vinegar Syndrome just announced their first releases for the year, and there is a 4K of From Beyond that they're releasing.
Oh no,
yeah,
shit.
I gotta get that. I like that movie.
And there's also they're doing a 10 for 10 sale, which is it's every day this week they pick 10 different titles and they lower the price down to $10. And The Fear, the one that we talked about, and I think Brody mentioned, that is on the sale for today. So if you want to pick it up, go into Vinegar Syndrome. It's very limited. Like there's like 400 copies available last I checked.
Oh, I wonder if they're doing Chainsaw again because I fucking missed it.
No shit.
I don't know. They might be. They might not be.
Yeah, I gotta look.
But yeah, keep checking back every day for the 10 for 10 sale. There should be some. Ice Cream Man was another one of the ones that was listed for today.
There you go.
Clint Howard. And by the way, over Christmas, we watched The Grinch. Yeah, the Jim Carrey version. And I think it's kind of funny. Two things I noticed is one, Christine Baranski had no business being that hot as a Who.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, when she comes out with the fucking like light cannon, whatever the fuck I was like,
yeah.
And when her machine gun jubblies are jiggling around, yeah,
right,
like she had no. And second, Clint Howard looked normal as a Who.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He certainly did.
But some people like a normal person.
And third, they have a key party in that movie. So
they do. Dude, it's a total swinger party.
But did you see all those keys in there? How many people are at that fucking party?
That was like
the whole town. That was the whole town, man.
The entire Whoville.
Dude, the Whoville know how to party, man. Apparently, dude.
And that was a Christmas party too, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas swinging party. Christmas key party, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. So wait, I just bought Ted Bundy 2002, starring Tom Savini from Vincent, Unappreciated Gem from Brody King. Huh.
I was looking at that too.
I'm going to get a lot of DVDs in the next couple of weeks.
Yo, in random quick ass shitty news, Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner is hospitalized after a snowplow accident. And I don't want to say any speculations, but supposedly rumor has it that motherfucker may lose his leg. So
what?
He's going to have surgery. I just read like 10 minutes before
dude.
He's going to have surgery like soon.
They
didn't say anything about
I knew he was critical
leg,
but stable. That's all I knew.
Somehow he something with his leg and he ran it over with a snowplow. So yeah, that sucks for him, dude. So best wishes to him, and fucking A, dude.
Yeah, because I love Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye was
it was something like his own driveway. It was like something with his own, and all I could think of was like, yo, dude, that's exactly how what's his name fucking died. Anton Yelchin, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fantastic actor.
I
was so sad when I heard that one. I was like, oh man, dude. So fuck. Yeah. Be careful when you're out there.
Yes, please.
Put your shit in park, please. Turn it off.
Parking brake on.
Scenario. Yeah. Like what the fuck? Pay attention. Always pay attention. Take that extra second. That's all you got to take. Is there anything else, gentlemen? I wasn't trying to go out on a negative note.
I don't really have. The only thing I can say is, well, it's more like for us, John, and those who ordered for Hasbro. Yesterday was the last day to check your shipping information for the Ghostbusters Hasbro Proton Pack. So hopefully soon you get an email as to what's going on and when you get it.
Speaking of Proton Packs, that other one that was coming out, I can't remember, from the Halloween company. That got fucking pushed back again.
Yes, it did.
For a fourth fucking time, dude. And I feel bad because I figured that was going to be the runner up for people that didn't get couldn't get the Hasbros. But
I saw that. I'm like, how many times are you going to keep pushing something?
I mean, if it's for the reason of they wanted to make sure they can get out the best product that they can, then I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like if it's
You just
It's
hope they're
actually-
not hosing people, is it, though?
Right.
It's getting pushed back.
Right. Like they're not trying to like cheap shit out instead the other way. Like I want them to make shit better so they can like, you know, maybe they can have some smack talk rights to Hasbro or something, you know, anything.
Yeah. Well, I was
But-
talking to Del Silva, and I'm probably going to be putting together a full-size pack.
Bro, I could always help you. You know that too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a 1-to-1 scale, especially nowadays, bro. Like when I started, like it wasn't that hard, but it was way harder than nowadays, especially given the fucking with 3D printing and shit. It's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, man. I mean, the full scale.
I love my
nice,
spare
dude.
pack.
The
I love
spare
my
pack's
spare
nice
pack.
too, especially once
Yeah.
you get the bigger wand on. Once you got the bigger wand, it feels right.
Yeah. And then I found the Spangler wand for $149, and I was like, "Ooh,
Do
I
it.
need to buy it."
Do it.
Do it. Don't even. Yeah. Do it. Don't question.
It's probably the new one, but if you can get it, because even those got sold out. So if you can find one,
Yeah.
get it. And if it's the silver tip one, that means it's the older one. So
I think it's
Yeah.
the older one. I found it
Go
on
for,
Amazon.
Go for it.
do it.
You just found it for the cheap price. Very cheap.
Yeah, because the silver tip ones now because that's the only kind. Usually they're actually have a markup on them, which is bullshit, but whatever.
So speaking of like the tips, was it originally believed that the tip for the HasLab pack was supposed to be orange and non-removable? Or was it always supposed to be removable?
No. So okay. So it always came. You talking about with the one that it comes with the pack?
Yeah.
That's just for the people who originally have the OG one with the silver tip, because they want you to put the orange tip on it for cons.
Okay.
To prove that it's not a real gun. Because,
Yeah,
proton packs exist out in the fucking wild.
Right.
And
I would like to know where they are if they do.
dude, I love those arguments all the fucking time. I'm like,
Yeah.
Really? They're like, well, somebody can make that a gun. I'm like, okay, but what's to stop somebody from still making that into a gun and still putting an orange tip on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking logic doesn't make any sense. It's
Nope.
fucking stupid. But you can't have that argument with people.
I'm ready for the proton pack to come, and I eventually will want to make another one too, like Steve's gonna do.
I get so much joy from just the little bit of mods that I've put on, because I added the Alice frame, which is just temporary because there's a lot of shit that I'm gonna do on the inside, so I just put little zip ties on it to hold it for now until I can properly mount it. But then even just
for a motherboard, do you have
just
anything yet, or
what's
no?
on there. No, nothing yet. It's just what's on there.
So you can either get a piece of Luon or something like that. But honestly, the spirit pack is light enough, dude. Unless you can get it at, like, you might be able to get it from a sign at school or something like that at work. But Depot sells it, but it's corrugated plastic.
Oh,
So
dude, I have fucking shitloads of signs like that. Where
use
I
that.
can just trade it and cut it out.
Double that up. That's literally what I've done for my daughter and all my friends and my wife. And that shit works perfect. It's solid and it's still lightweight.
Yeah.
Perfect motherboard for that shit, dude. And your Alice frame will go right fuck money. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, and
I'm
even
excited
changing
to
out the
see,
ribbon cable, like just changing out the ribbon cable just gave it that much more.
Did you add an ion arm onto it yet?
Not yet, but it's in my cart.
That's so easy to do too. You're just like, glue.
I saw your pictures on fucking Facebook. It looks good.
Hell yeah, bud. I'm happy you're doing it, man. It's always fun to just tinker on that stupid shit all the time, man.
It gives me joy.
It does. Getting closer to 40 is always about reinvigorating your inner child for shit you got shamed for then.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then Steve's also about to be another
I got
Papa Data.
fucking
I know. I saw. Was that the projector?
There's a little
thing?
projector on the top that puts like stars and shit on the ceiling.
It plays musical shit at night. Yeah. I recognize those. I was like, oh, the cutesy shit's coming in.
Every time she's like, "Oh, look what we got," and look what we got, I'm like, "It's getting real."
Scoops is like, "I've already gone through this."
I'm like, I'm trying to like live everything up before the baby's here.
That's fair.
Which is cool because she's like, live it up, do what you want to go to this
because
concert. Yeah,
because once that happens,
I know.
Sorry, we'll just go visit Scoobs. We'll come to you. It's all
have gonna have to. Dude's gonna need it. All right. Anything else, homies, before we close this bitch out? We are at 2 hours right now.
Nah, that's all I got. I think we're good here.
Bob, start us off, homie.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Amon, saying we'll see you next week, and make sure you bring your popcorn.
Nice.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, Lord Scuba Copper saying, see you later.
Yeah, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, I'll see you bitches next week.
And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you for joining us for the newest episode of 2023 Gorehounds. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Butter it up, baby.
23 penis.
Penis.